almost all died in a horrible poisonous gas incident. That's a little unnerving.
That was.
We have another thief to check out the traps now.
Well, I keep telling you guys, I'm not a thief. I am a nobleman.
I'm sorry, we have a thief now who can check out the traps.
Finally, yeah, thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate the distinction.
Yep.
Yes, now at least we have a thief. But we could go back into the caves, or we could go and try and find these orcs in the caves on the western entrance. I'm intrigued by that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I'm a
I think we
dwarf.
should
I
go
have no
hunt the
love for
orcs.
orcs.
Yeah.
All right.
Luthan agrees. It's time to hunt to find out what those orcs are up to.
All right. So I think that makes sense. What do you think, Arnold? Agreed?
Very well, yes.
All right.
All right. Do you guys want to go out through the main gate, which is sort of on the southwest side of town? Or you want to go out through the hole in the wall where Bill and Warren stand post, and then just kind of make your way around the outside of the wall over to the west side of the city?
Well, first I'm going to enlist Calip, who has proven to be a trustworthy follower and torch holder, and see if I can acquire his services again.
Excellent.
He's now a lantern holder. We got a lantern and
That's
some more.
true. He's been upgraded.
He's got a promotion.
And I think when all is said and done, he ended up having 2 gold in his pocket, which is a pretty princely sum for just a commoner in this kind of wretched town.
Are you saying he's totally blotto and we can't get him to come?
No, you should go over and check it out. His little house or hovel is right next to the hole in the wall.
Yeah, so we'll go out through the hole in the wall and we'll stop by, if everyone's in agreement, and knock on Calip's door and see if he's available to assist us.
That sounds like a great idea.
Do we still have to bribe Bill and Warren, or are we getting group discounts now?
You'll have to ask Bill and Warren. So far, they've been willing to kind of ignore the 1 gold piece bribe if you're willing to buy something from them on the way over the wall.
Okay, we can do that.
Yep.
Well, hi there, everyone. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, Wyvern. How are you?
Hey, there he is.
Hello.
I could have sworn that we were at 5:30 today.
Yeah, it's 5:45.
Oh, I see. Okay, on my clock it's reading 4:45. My apologies. I didn't have the time difference correct. Sorry for being late.
No, that's okay. We're just
looted your body. We're all done now, though.
We're just glad to see you, man. You're one of our favorite players.
Are we recording? Or
Yeah,
not yet?
we just started because they just started heading out.
Okay, well, I just want to say that Baron Fell for this session has a very handsome assistant who's joined us.
That's right.
Yep. He
Yes.
has his Arnold, the treasure hunter, with him.
Fantastic. Great. Yeah, good to see everyone here. So we got Tom, we got Steven and Liam. Great. Hey, Liam, good to see you, man.
Hey, good to see you too.
Yeah. Treasure hunter sounds much better than thief, now that I think about it. It does sound better.
So Liam is playing Lothon, the half-elf. Tom is playing Agnar, the dwarf. Steve is playing Baron Fell. Dashel, his son there, which we're very excited to have, is playing Arnold, the treasure hunter. And who would you like to play today, Wyvern?
Well, what would you suggest here, Ed?
Either one is fine.
Party.
Either one is fine.
We're hunting orcs, so
They're gonna try to find that western cave entrance and see what's up with these kobold rumors about orcs being over there.
Well, a sleep spell can always save the day if you used it at the right time.
true.
What do you guys think? Should I bring out Zuxin or Gurak?
Well,
I think they're both useful.
Gurak also speaks Orcish.
Oh, that's a good point.
He actually does not. I double checked this, and his intelligence only allows him to speak one language.
That
there you
is hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay, so he knows. I'm going to say that you know a few words in Orcish.
All right. right. Well,
Yeah, but he probably shouldn't use those words. We've got a young man.
True.
That's right.
But if you want to play Zuxin and pull him out, that's awesome.
I'm really torn. I don't know which to play. I guess let's go with Gura because I'm edging up to the second level, and that's kind of exciting for me.
Awesome.
Awesome. I love it. All right. So you guys all step out in front. It's a sunny day. The snow is melted. Muddy Way, the road in front of the Black Pilgrim Inn, remains a little soft, when you walk over it, but it's kind of starting to dry out, okay? And the Muddy Way has a reputation of getting really a big mess very quickly in any kind of moisture around. So most of the rest of the areas you're going to be walking might be just a little soft, but not too bad, okay? It's sunny. The sunlight feels warm and good on your skin, and the temperature's like around 50 degrees. And it's just that kind of fresh mountain, snow off in the distance kind of an air. Down the road, you can see that the market is busy, okay? Today is the day called Skulkinda, which is the sort of the name for Saturday in my world. And it's market week, the 21st of the month of Gerda. The Muddy Way beyond the Pentagarchy chapter house is busy with commoners and merchants hawking wares and trading from simple booths and wooden carts. Now you can wander down there if you want, or you can just head over to where Calip's hovel is and go knock on the door. That's fine. I don't know that you really need anything right now.
Well, I guess one thing is I have been wanting to acquire some black lily. Is there any of that at the market?
That would be a for sure purchase at the herbalist across the street.
Okay. Can we run by the herbalist then on our way?
Sure.
Yep.
Do we want to try to pick up some rumors in the market? Maybe find out if
that's a good idea.
someone might know about this other cave entrance.
Yeah, excellent idea.
Okay, that sounds great. So you go across the street to the herbalist's house, and let me look up that character again here really quickly.
Ooh, the one-eyed old woman.
Yes, I love her. She's wonderful.
By the way, Braden, when he came back, paid her the remainder of the gold he owed her.
Oh, thank you for remembering that. That was very kind of you.
I'm going to step out to quickly put on some logs in the fireplace, but I'll be listening in on you guys.
No problem.
Thanks, Robert.
All right, so you go across the street to the herbalist shop.
Excellent.
And the old lady is there with her one eye. Oh, hello, welcome back, adventurers. How can I help you this fine day?
Remind me your name, old woman.
Oh, my name is Haggith.
Haggith.
Haggith, yes, Haggith the herbalist.
Well, that seems quite appropriate. I'm looking for black lily.
Oh, yes, well, all right, I do have some of that.
Yes, and some barweed while you're at it.
Oh, that's easy enough. And she brings down some clumps of dried barweed and sets them out. And she says, barweed's so common, I'll send you each bundle for 1 silver piece.
Okay. And what about the black lily?
Oh, that's a little harder to come by. She picks out this little wooden box and opens it up, and she very carefully measures out some into a little paper package and kind of folds it up. And she says, that'll be a gold for that, sir.
Very well. Thank you.
Each one, how much do you require?
For the recipe I have for the bleeding poison, how much black lily do I need to make a few doses?
Oh, you'll just need 1 dose of each to go with the barweed.
Okay, so I want 3 doses worth. So that's 3 gold pieces?
3 gold and then 3 silver for the barweed.
All right, let me mark that off.
You can use my little workbench over there.
Oh yes, well maybe my friends can go and they're going to do some shopping in the market. I'll meet you there in a few moments, my friends. I'm going to do a little bit of extra apothecary work. You know, I have a side business as a medic. And
Oh, yes, that'll make you feel much better.
Yes, yes. All your troubles will certainly fade away. And I'll get to work on the poison.
Okay. Arnold, do you want to go with the party and explore the market and try to get some rumors?
Yes, absolutely. Especially if there's other dwarves in the market.
All right. All right, so you guys head out, and you sort of enter the market area. It's got a well in the middle, and you can see that there's a bard standing on a big wooden box right next to the fountain, and he's singing, and he's pretty good, you know. He's singing, and there's a small crowd of locals, men, women, and children, commoners in front of him, and you see that there's a female gnome on the other side of the fountain, and she's juggling. She's quite good. She's got all these different colored balls in the air. And then just near her are two other gnomes, and they are tossing daggers and pins and things like that back and forth between them. You can see that there's a Northman to the right who's got a cart, and it's full of used weapons and shields and armor, and he's hawking his wares. And then you see down on the other side of the market, there's a stall with horses. There's a horse trader down there selling horses and ponies. And then there's like a beer stand and a food stand. There's a female gnome, a pretty looking female gnome who's behind this little stall, and she's selling lucky charms like rabbit's feed and different kinds of things that she's selling as, you know, like lucky tokens. And then next to her is a very handsome looking, kind of a nobleman's looking tent. And it says, portraits painted for the pure at heart. And there's an older man with very well waxed mustache, quite curly and long, and kind of, he's older and balding, but he's got this sort of brilliant blonde hair and very bright green eyes. And he's sitting there, and he's got an easel set up and different portraits set around him and that sort of thing. And that's who you see in the market square today.
Interesting.
Well, I think I would like to go speak with Gnome.
Okay. Want to talk to the gnome with the charm booth?
Yes.
Okay. She's sitting there on a stool made for a human and kind of swinging her feet back and forth, and brightens up when you come up and sits up and says, "Oh, yes, sir. Lucky charm for you? Something to help you ward off the evil eye?"
You know, I think I could use some luck. What do you have for sale?
"Oh, well, what sorts of things do you like? I have some pretty amulets here made out of shells, and some a little more expensive things you wear around your wrist that have been made out of not valuable gems, my lord, but you know, pretty ones that I have worked." And it looks like she's crafted these things very carefully herself. And while none of it is really valuable, it's clear that she's put an awful lot of effort into trying to make these things look decent.
All right. I am going to, I'm going to point to one of the charms and say, how much for that one?
"Oh, 4 silver pennies?
I'll give you 5.
Oh, all right." She claps her hands happily and offers to put it on for you.
All right. And I say to her, have you seen anything out of place happening around the market today?
Out of place? Well, Oh, that wizard Jiao Long came through here a while ago. I don't much really like him. She lowers her voice. He's a very cranky wizard from the Pentagarchy. Not that the Pentagarchy's bad, mind you. You know, they protect us and all that, but he is so cranky.
Where did he go to?
Oh, he headed over towards, I think, probably the Free Merchants Guild.
Good to know. Well, thank you for your time. Have a good day.
Yep. My name's Penny, by the way.
Penny. Pleasure to meet you. I am Lithon.
Okay. Lothon, that's a pretty name, she says. And you have a one-time reroll.
Nice.
Yep. Do you want to talk to her, Arnold?
I will head over to I'll head over to the man with the paintings,
Okay. Excellent.
and I will hail him.
Oh, he stands up and takes off his hat, bows very, very politely, and says, "Oh, welcome, welcome, young man." He says, "Are you care to have your portrait painted?"
Ah, maybe. But can you tell me about that one? And I will point to a painting that is, I don't know, interesting. Maybe.
Okay. Do you want to? Do you point to now? There's a portrait of a. There's several. There's a portrait of a king that's only got one eye. There's a picture of a very beautiful, queenly-looking woman. There's a picture of a very burly-looking Northman standing next to his daughter, and then there's a sly-looking Northman who has got kind of a battle scene raging around behind him.
I will point to the sly man with the battle.
Ah, that's a portrait of Sigurd, the snake in the eye. Why, he's the king of the kingdom of Raider just to the west. Now, there's a prophecy about him. They say that as long as Sigurd's snake in the eye is wielding an axe or sword in battle, that he cannot be touched by any mortal blade.
No. Wow, quite interesting. And I must commend you on the artwork.
Oh, well, thank you very much, young sir. He says, would you like to arrange for sitting up for a portrait sometime? Now, it would be my honor to do the painting, and, it will take some time, though. It's not something we could do today, but if you came and visited me, like, out of game, kind of between game sessions, you could visit him and get your painting done and talk to him a little bit. He introduces himself as Albus.
I say, very well. Yes, that sounds most enjoyable. Name your price.
Oh, well, he says, if it's only a small painting, 5 gold. If it's a very large portrait, it could be expensive, up to 20 or 30 gold pieces, but let's not worry about that so much. It'll be just nice to make another friend in town.
Yes, I must concur.
Oh,
And
excellent.
yeah.
Now, can I help you with anything else, young sir?
Well, I've been hearing some strange rumors about town, and I was wondering if you could inform me on them.
Oh, well, gosh, I did hear that 2 of those Hallows, the warriors that served the Pentagarchy Archmage, left town. They left town on some mission just 2 days ago.
Interesting and troubling.
A little troubling. I mean, they usually return with somebody in irons ready to, imprison or execute. I understand their position in all of this, trying to protect us from monsters and such, but I have to admit, I'm a peaceful painter, and I don't really feel comfortable with such extreme punishments.
Yes, and by the way, I didn't have what's really the Pentagarchy's view on the Hallows?
Oh, they work for the Hallows. As a Pentagarchy wizard grows in power, they are granted the ability to have a connection with a warrior that serves them. And that warrior is magically protected from spells, so they're an effective wizard hunter.
I see. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And yeah. Very well.
All right.
Interesting indeed.
Well, thank you.
I will leave you to your own devices, and I look forward to coming back. And I tip my hat to him and go off into the crowd.
Awesome. Anybody else want to kibitz with anybody at the market?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'd like to buy a couple beers and head over to the bard and offer him one after he's finished singing his current song.
All right. He sits down on the box that he's been standing on and kind of rests his harp against it. And he's a northerner, a northman of some sort. And says, "Oh, thank you for the beer, good dwarf. How can I help you?"
Well, I imagine as being a bard, you've collected a lot of information about and the history of this of Volgrad. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit if there are other entrances to the caves. We know of one entrance; it's nearby the hole in the wall. But we were wondering if there were some perhaps on the western side.
Oh, yes. That's not widely known. I suppose a few of the guards would know about it because of their patrols. But I know about it. I often call it a whimsy. I often enjoy going out for a walk out in the green and in the greenwood nearby. And, I'm careful and I'm fairly cautious and good at concealing myself. But one likes to stretch one's legs and breathe the clean air and compose poetry amidst the trees, So yes.
I totally understand.
Yes, there's an area of light woods to the west of the city wall. And within that light woods, there is a cave entrance, although like any entrance into the caverns and the dungeons beneath the city, it can sometimes be dangerous.
I was wondering if perhaps for a small fee you might be willing to guide us to this cave entrance.
How much?
Would 2 gold pieces be sufficient?
Go ahead and roll a 2d6 reaction roll for me, modified by your charisma modifier.
Which is a massive +0. I got a 12.
Oh my God, you got a 12.
Woo!
Why, of
Is that
course.
good?
That
good.
12 is the best.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you'd rolled a 2, he would have just attacked you.
Much to his surprise.
Because this is BX D&D and silly things like that is part of the rules.
So, what about my mother?
I said cave, not.
I'd be very happy to show you the way to the cave, although I'm not sure that I'd really want to enter the cave. I'd have to think about that.
No, you don't need to enter the cave. Just if you could guide us to the entrance, that's all we'd need.
All right. So his name is Lars the Bard.
Lars.
Am I finished yet, Ed?
Yes, you are finished.
All right. I will go find these layabouts and laggards and get them moving again.
You want to get your lantern bearer first?
Yes. Well, I'll pick you guys up. Since the lantern bearer is on the way to the exit of the city, I assume we're going to go out through the regular break in the wall, or are we going to go out through the southwest gate?
Good question.
Either
What does
way.
Lars think is the easiest way to get to the cave?
Either way is fine. We're going to be walking along within eyeshot of the wall anyway, so I don't really expect we'll run into any trouble till we enter that woods.
Okay.
Although the chances of running into trouble in the woods are still fairly slight.
I take it your charity work went well, Baron Phil.
Oh,
He's a bit tongue-tied. He's jealous of your charm. It's magically delicious.
Your reception got a little bit wonky there. Sorry.
oh no, sorry. I said yes. Barenfeld says yes. I have the medicine for everyone who deserves it. Don't worry, my friend. And we'll go and pick up Callum. Knock on the door.
Hey, you hear it's kind of quiet inside for once. And the door opens, and Calip's wife is there, and she curtsies. She's her child is kind of toddling around on the floor, and she says, "Oh, by the way, my name is Rose Baron Fell."
Oh, a pleasure to meet you, Rose. Yes, I'm glad we're finally properly introduced. I have need of your husband, Calip, again.
Oh, yes, he's been wondering if you'd come by, and confidentially, he's been trying to keep a bit more sober.
Ah, well, that will be a welcome change for sure.
So Calip comes, and he's dressed in a tattered and many times patched over gambeson.
Mhm.
And he now has a rusty-looking, very aged short sword with a scabbard attached to his belt, and his pack and torches and such.
Excellent. Ah, you look much better prepared this time, Calip.
Oh, yes, I'm ready for whatever comes. I've got my lantern here. I've
Very
cleaned
good.
it. I've cleaned it up and fixed it up.
Extra pair of underwear.
I have all that I need.
All right, same arrangement as last time, suitable for you, my friend?
Oh, sure, you can give the coin to my dear wife, Rose.
I'll hand her the silver.
All right.
Full payment up front as before.
All right, she gives him a kiss on the cheek, shocking all of you, and he comes out ready to go.
It warms the Baron's heart to be doing such good deeds around the kingdom. Well, excellent. And Calip, let me give you a piece of advice. It's good to be sober, but not too sober for these kinds of expeditions.
Fair enough.
And I'll let, let's see, who here looks at I guess we have Lars is going to be leading the way.
Correct.
So I'll fall in step behind Agnar.
Okay.
Mhm.
So our marching order for now is going to be Lars in the front, Agnar, and let's see, probably Gorak,
Yeah, usually Gurak's up front with me.
and then Baron Fell behind Agnar, and probably Arnold
Calip.
Treasure Hunter next to him.
Excellent.
And then taking up the rear, we'll have Calip and Lothan, I guess. Is that okay?
It's fine with me.
That works for me.
Yeah. At least we have one person that's level 1 in the back next to poor Calip.
Gorak looks a little bit better.
I think we're mostly level 1, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm level 1.
Yep. That was a loud ding. What was that, Wyvern?
I was saying that Gorak looks a little bit more alert all of a sudden.
Excellent.
Awesome. All right, so you go out through the hole in the wall. Bill and Warren are there, but they don't really hassle you.
Do they have anything interesting for sale? Like perhaps some of those half strength healing elixirs?
Oh, yes, they have 3 more of those. But unfortunately, because the herbalist is starting to run out of ingredients, well, Bill says, well, but the herbalist, she says she's running short of ingredients, so now the price is 8 gold?
8 gold for all 3?
For each one?
What?
It was 5 gold originally.
Come on, my good man. We are on a mission for the city to rid it of the...
Dark terrors of the underworld.
Thank you. Dark Terrors of the Underworld. Are you a writer, Arnold? Dark Terrors of the Underworld. Surely there's a discount for those who are here to do good deeds in the name of our beautiful city.
Yeah. You're
I
probably
find that
right.
crowd.
How about 6 gold pieces?
All right. That sounds more the number. We'll take all 3.
All right, so who's going to grab one?
I've got 6 gold pieces to contribute.
All right, so one goes to the Baron.
I don't have 6 gold pieces. I mean, I do, but I've only got 11.
That's okay.
Agnar will buy one.
All right. Does Lothan want one, or Gurak?
Luthan's gonna hold out on this one.
What are we buying?
Grok, do
Healing
you want a do you want a 1d3 healing potion over 10 minutes?
Oh my God, yes, I do. I can buy one.
It costs you all of 6 gold pieces.
That's
I
like
have
gold.
to say it.
Gold.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Wyvern, your mic is a little bit soft. I'm having trouble hearing you sometimes when you talk, just as a heads up.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better.
Yeah, much better.
Is there anything else they're selling?
Oh, they sell sort of the normal things that you might forget on your way to adventuring, like extra torches,
Fashions.
water rations, that sort of thing.
Cool.
Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, I'll fill up my water skin.
All right. They're happy to do that for you.
Cool.
Good man.
Yeah, they're pretty friendly for local guards.
All right.
And so you go through the hole in the wall and you go up around the city and you just follow the city wall, kind of along the north wall and then around to the west side of the city. You don't really run into any problems of any sort. And now you're kind of on this grassy downhill slope, and below you, you can see that there's this small area of light woods. And by small, I mean to say more like 2 miles by 2 miles square. So, you know, could take a little while to go through that, but not huge.
Mhm.
And your companion, your boon companion, the bard leads you in there. I'm going to pull out one of my cards.
Lars, you mentioned, I believe, that there's dangers in these woods. Anything that we should be aware of?
Oh, well, you never know.
We don't. That's why I'm asking.
Bandits?
Of course.
Yes.
Ben. Yeah.
Bandits. Why did it have to be bandits?
Smugglers, sometimes, different kinds of creatures, I suppose. Nothing too horribly dangerous if you're careful, because we're so close to the city.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
At any rate, try to find one that's appropriate.
So, like, bears?
Oh, yeah.
Wolves?
There could be bears around here. Wolves don't usually come this close.
Raccoons?
a,
They could be
little,
nasty.
a little narrow rut bisects the rolling woods of cobalt pines, birch, blue fir, and speckled ash. About half of the ground between the trees is blanketed by broad-leafed ferns. The ferns shrink and bend away from you as you brush against them. You're kind of moving deeper into the woods.
That's cool.
And up ahead, you can kind of make out the lazy bluish smoke of a small campfire rising up out of the trees. And Lars says, well, that's odd. That's right where the cave entrance is, right over there, right near where that fire is at.
It is peculiar. I'm going to dose 2 of my daggers with bleeding poison. And
Okay?
tuck them in for just in case.
Just to
Well-
share the love.
Yes.
Well, if Lars says that fire is where the cave entrance is, then we could part ways with him, and I give him his 2 gold coins and many thanks, and wish him a safe journey back to the city.
Oh, he says, I'm here every market day, and I would love to hear the story of how this turns out. If you seek me out, why, I might be able to compose a rousing song about your adventures.
True. Do you have Facebook?
Brave Sir Robin.
That's right.
He says, if you post a note up in the marketplace, sometimes I wander through there in between weeks, and just tell me how to find you, and I'll come find you.
Sounds good.
We are often at the Black Pilgrim. You may come visit us there if you'd like.
Oh, that's a fine establishment. I'll come look for you there.
Excellent. Wow, I've always been wanting a bard to record my epic deeds. It's taken some time to accumulate any epic deeds.
Okay.
Gurok tells the bard harshly to leave his name out of his stories.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, Gorak doesn't rhyme with anything.
Rock, 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 rock.
All right. So how do you approach the cave entrance through the woods?
Oh, we send the thief up front.
All
We have a
right.
new thief.
Oh yes, our treasure hunter.
The treasure hunter. Awesome. All right, treasure hunter. They look at you to go sneaking ahead. Do you try to sneak ahead and take a look?
I will say, I'm sure it is nothing of consequence, and we are all aptly suitable and capable in many ways.
Well said, smart thief.
Clearly, subtlety is not one of your treasure hunter abilities. I will scout ahead. Stay here, my friends. Be silent.
All right. Do you have
I've
your
startled many a young noblewoman in my time, and I'll creep ahead.
All right. Do you have your move silently percentile there?
Yes, it's 97%. Ed, you can roll it now.
Ed, just out of
I
curiosity,
thought it was 100.
Yeah, it's 120%. So let me know what the negatives are.
What was that, Wyvern?
if I were to follow Baron Fell, what kind of distance would my character have to put between myself and his character to avoid essentially breaking his stealth? 60,
That's a great question. I'm sure there's an actual rule on that, but I don't know it, and I don't have it in front of me. So I'm just going to, at least, as long as it's okay with you guys, throw out maybe like 30 feet.
Yeah, that's actually scientifically
reasonable.
proven, Ed.
Is that okay, Wyvern?
Well, yeah, Gurok tells the Baron that he's going to back him up and stay a safe distance behind him just in case something happens.
Thank you, Gurak. I could not think of a better shadow.
That may not work for odor, though. I don't think Gorak bathes that often.
All right, so
we approach with we approach from downwind.
We're probably only slightly worse than smelly tree huggers.
Baron, what did you roll there?
I'm the suspense is killing me. 87. Oh wait, no, wait. Is that?
That's an 87.
That's an 87. 87. So yes.
All right, so you're stealthing your way up there. Gurok, do you want to try to roll your move silent?
Oh dear, really? I have to roll?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm helping you out here, Baron.
You can't really hurt me much, believe me.
You can't do worse than an 87, so.
On the other hand, their hear noise has got to be lower than mine, so it's probably they have like a 1% chance of hearing anything. So don't worry.
I don't have my dice in front of me, so why don't you go ahead and roll, Ed?
Okay.
Lathon is going to search around in the bushes for maybe a trapdoor.
I rolled a 12, so Gurok, you're pretty quiet. All right, so Gurok, you're stealthing along, and up ahead of you, 30 feet ahead, Baron Fell is stealthing, and he's making all of the motions of somebody who's moving quietly, moving from tree to tree and stuff like that, but his feet are going, snap, crunch, leaf, 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 snap, crunch.
I think it's because I keep going do 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 as I go. So
Gurok
right.
is mesmerized by Baron's technique.
Well, the people that you're moving up on seem so busy talking to each other around their little fire that they don't seem to notice you. You see that there's a small campfire with pans for cooking, and there's 3 hide lean-to style tents pitched right in front of this kind of cave entrance that's amongst the trees. And there are 5 humans there. There's 4 men and a woman. And they have sort of the, poor end of the social spectrum, tattoos and stuff like that, that would suggest that they are wildlings, those who are not sworn folk, not from a respectable family. but who are come from a trade or who have come from a dishonored family who is kind of considered an untouchable or an outsider.
Murder hobos, run.
Wait, I thought we were murder hobos.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right.
And they're dressed in leather kinds of armors, and they have, hand axes and simple weapons, that sort of thing. But they're mostly seem to be interested in what they're cooking over their fire, and looks like they've got some rabbits hanging up and that sort of thing.
All right, I'll hide behind a tree and listen in on their conversation for a minute or two.
Okay. They are arguing about who is going to go into town and bribe the guards to go and retrieve them a small barrel of beer.
Noble cause. Okay, I'll sneak back towards my companions then. Even quieter this time.
Okay. Perfect. You're still unobserved.
Amazing. Okay, then I'll wave Gorak over as I pass him, and we'll reconvene. I'll say there are 7 wildlings in
5.
5 wildlings. I never learned to count.
Math is hard.
Dyslexic.
Yes.
Yes. There's 5 wildlings, and they are arguing over their dinner and how to acquire ale. So I'm not sure that they represent much of a threat, but they might know something. Should we step up and have a conversation with them?
Sounds reasonable.
Gorak, do you want to, since you were successful in your move silent and you are concealed, do you want to remain concealed?
Yeah, I'll remain concealed. When the Baron passes me, I'll nod towards him and I'll hold my position observing the camp.
Okay.
Well, we matched their numbers, so if they were to try something, they would be risking their lives. I think they would be reasonable.
Well armed or armored, it would be. I agree, Lothan. I think they would be ill-advised to challenge us.
And we know they haven't yet partaken of the ale.
That's right.
And Ed, as far as we know, there's
They have something
nothing.
to live for.
There's nothing like. There's no reason for us to hide that we're going into these caves. So yeah, let's go ahead.
All right.
Let's crash their party.
All right. See, other than Gorak, the 4 of you cautiously approach, maybe having a tree or something nearby you to step behind if things go bad. And who is the charismatic, friendly guy who addresses the camp? The Baron?
Well,
Yeah,
friendly.
he's a noble. He can
Yeah,
impress.
please. Nobility oozes from my pores.
Excellent. All right. What do you say?
I'll say, "Oh there, good people. We wish to speak to you, and to share news of the town."
Okay, they all stand up and look around and kind of face in your direction, and one of the men steps forward, who's got kind of a reddish, rusty-looking cloak on, and gestures for you to come forward. Well,
okay.
Sure, we'll talk with you. Do you want some rabbit?
Oh no, sirs. It looks like there's not enough to feed all of you. Are you in need of any of food? I have some rations I could share.
Looks at his friends.
You just insulted them, dude.
He's like,
They are peasants. I mean, what do you want?
Sure. If you want to give me a day of your rations, that'd be welcome.
Absolutely. I'll pull out some. Actually, I'll have Calip pull some out of this pack and give it to him.
All right. So he says, what brings you into this woods?
There's a cave nearby. We wish to examine it.
Oh, all right. It's a handy place to get out of the rain, I suppose, but I wouldn't venture very far into it. Well, you know that goes into the sewers and dungeons underneath the city, don't you?
Oh, we don't know very much about it. What have you seen there? Anything that we should be wary of?
Oh, well, there's some big rats in there for one. but
More rats.
you know, they sort of breed in the sewers under the city, so they can be dangerous in numbers, but you know, if you're careful, you should be all right. We just don't go very deep into those caves because, you know, that's dangerous.
We would never.
Yes, believe me, my friend. We are simply there. We understand there are some. We're simply anthropologists, and we understand that there are some etchings in the walls from ancient people from before the city was actually established. We've come to capture those and to bring them back for study.
All right,
Come to see a tapestries.
go ahead and roll 2d6 for me for your reaction roll.
7. Oh wait, 6 plus 1, 7.
Okay. Seems kind of neutral about it. He doesn't get upset or anything. He doesn't go like, Anthro, what did you just call my mother?
That's right.
But he's like, well, fine. We won't be camped here for long. So,
Well, actually, while you're camped here, if you could give alarm if you see any large armed contingents coming towards the cave, I'd be very appreciative.
we'll let you know if there's a problem.
Okay.
And they all kind of smirk and nod at each other knowingly.
Now the signal is cuckoo, cuckoo.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I can assure you that there would be a reward if you acted in good conscience there.
Oh, that's excellent. Very well. He split some of his food with one of the other folk there, and as he's turning to go sit down, you notice that he's got this cloak pin that's a hammered piece of silver that's a rat shape, and it's got a sort of a red circle around it. And Baron Fell, you recognize that as the symbol of the Red Rats, one of the weakling thieves guilds of the North.
Interesting. And from the north, why would they be here in the forest? Well, may I ask what brings you here, good sir, and your crew?
Well, you know, the city doesn't much like our folk, so we have to bribe the guards to go in to visit the market or to buy, and we have to be out of the city by sundown.
But by your accent, you're from the north. Is there a reason you've come this far south?
Oh, I'm from around here, to be honest. It's just my family fell out of favor with the king, and he spits on the ground 2 generations back.
I see. Well,
The dwarf also spits on the ground.
Ah, yeah. There you go, dwarf.
I turn to Callop. Callop, spit on the ground.
All right. He does so.
Okay. Well, very well, sir. What is your name, so that I may call you properly if we meet again?
Mac.
All right. Thank you, Mac.
What do you guys want to eat tonight?
Hold on. We're having a out of character discussion. We'll be right back. But
No
yes,
problem.
I think we should continue, my friends, towards the cave mouth.
Okay. So, Lothon and Gurak and Agnar, what do you guys want to do? Baron Fell and Arnold will follow along with you.
Yeah, let's go right in the cave. We'll whistle for Gurak.
Once we get out of earshot, I want to say to the other party members, I don't trust this lot. We should be careful on our way back.
Okay. Gurak, do you stay concealed at least for now, or you wait for a minute, or do
I
you?
will probably never make that roll again, at least for a couple of levels. So I'm definitely staying in stealth.
All right. Do you want to sneak past the guys so they don't see you, or do you want to remain outside the cave?
I'm going to sneak past the brigands.
All right, so Gurok joins you, but not so that the other people can spot him.
And when we get out of earshot of the Mac and his clan, his crew, I'll tell them that they are that symbol on Mac's cloak is a symbol of the Red Rat, which is a thieves guild from north of here.
And
Mhm.
And we should be careful that they're not following us. I fear that they're not as honorable as we are, my friends.
And we're not honorable.
Well, yes, as a side note.
that's a low bar to
the,
go
the footnote.
to get
But we
under.
have 2 traps. Do we want to leave one behind us just in case?
All right, so let me tell you what you're looking at. So you're on the if anybody's going to do a rough map of this, and it is not required. The cave entrance is just going to be on the left side of your paper, and the tunnel is going to go towards the east. Okay. It's only a 10-foot wide cave. It goes in about 50 feet until it reaches a X intersection. So it continues further on. It goes to the right and to the left. But you notice very obviously on the floor, there's a lot of boot prints and signs of barrels being rolled and crates being dragged or pushed through the muck. And it looks like most of the drag marks go to the right, whereas the majority of the boot prints go straight.
So I will voice my opinion that I feel like this is probably a place that your said Thieves Guild might store things, or as a temporary hideout away from the law and the guards.
Mm-hmm.
As I see these prints. Also, does the I forget what my organization is.
Pentagarchy?
Yes. Does the Pentagarchy have any like views on like thieves or people who break the law especially?
Well, you generally try to uphold the law, but you don't specifically go after thieves. Mostly you're interested in people who are wielding evil magics that are not legal.
Such as necromancy and so on.
Yeah, unauthorized bad guy stuff.
Definitely.
Okay.
And second, I say we do not go after the footprints.
Okay. Well, I mean, barrels of things could be valuable. That sounds promising.
Well, we know it isn't Dale.
Well, you believe that? I'm not convinced that the rogues that we saw out in the forest are the same ones who are taking things in here. Check the boot prints. Is there anything distinctive about them?
Well, it looks like there's 2 different sets. One set of boot prints is a little bigger than any of your feet, and they're all hobnailed, and there are a lot of them.
Sounds like orcs to me, if I had to guess.
And then the other boot prints look kind of more like, peasant shoes and sandals and things like that, and they look like they curve around that right bend.
So both sets of prints are going to the right.
Just the regular boot prints and the rolled barrels and everything is going to the right. The
Gotcha.
hobnailed boots, the big group of hobnailed boots continues straight.
So do we want to rob the thieves, or do we want to head straight and probably run into orcs, or go left and see what's there?
Well, we originally came for to see what was going on with the orcs. Perhaps we should stay true to that course.
Very well.
Sounds good, but Lothan, you should keep an eye over your shoulder just in case. They're probably not too happy we just wandered into their storage facility.
Oh, yes. I will be looking back periodically.
Okay.
I'll also like to say Lathan is going to periodically check for secret doors.
Okay. So far, so good. All right, so you go down the main tunnel. let's see, from the entrance, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet, and that's the intersection. Do you look all different directions? I suppose you would at least glance in each direction.
Yes, absolutely.
To the right, pretty much immediately, the tunnel turns into a small cave. And inside of the cave, you see a stack of crates and barrels and that sort of thing. And there's a table set up in there, and there's 2 more wildling humans playing cards at the table, and 2 of them sort of sitting on boxes nearby. And they sort of are engrossed in their game. You're moving quietly enough that you're lucky enough that they haven't spotted you. They haven't glanced up yet. To the north, the hallway continues beyond 60 feet out of view, and you can't really see anything of interest so far down that direction. Although on the ground, you do see some little footprints that remind you of rat footprints.
Okay.
And then straight ahead, 10, 20, 30 feet ahead, the cave opens up in the straight direction, and there's a pretty good sized pool of water in that cave that the hobnailed boots go through. You can see torchlight flickering in there. And there's mushrooms and stuff growing around the pool.
How big is that cave?
That cave is pretty large. It is 50 by 50. It looks like there's some exits from that cave too, but you'll have to enter the cave to be able to really see them.
All right. Well, I think we should at least. Might be making some noise. We should probably let these wildlings know we're here so they don't come after us. What do you guys think?
I'm trying to think if I should use sleep.
I would save
Yeah.
save your powder
I was
for
saying,
what
yeah,
lies
I
ahead.
think save it for something that's really dire.
So I will clear my throat in the room cave to the right at the entrance.
All right, they'll sort of just stop in the middle of their card game and look over at you, and they'll raise eyebrows.
Mac told us that you would watch our back and make sure nothing came in behind us.
Hey, roll 2 dice. Because this is basic D&D.
The attack.
Do you want to let Arnold roll for you?
I already rolled. Sorry.
Oh, well, that's okay. What'd you roll?
8 + 1, 9.
Okay. They just stare at you. They don't look impressed, but they don't look hostile either. Like they're just waiting to see if you just leave them alone or what you're going to do. One of them says, all right.
All right. Good. We'll carry on. Who's winning, by the way?
He is. This guy throws his cards at the chest of the other guy, and they go back to their game.
All right. Excellent. Shall we continue, my friends?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes, onward. Cautiously entering the mushroom cave.
All right. You guys are in a 50 by 50, more or less round-shaped cave with a kind of a pool in the middle of it. The edge of the pool is surrounded by these black and white mushrooms. In fact, in the flickering torchlight, they almost look like piles of bones or skulls, which is what gives them their name of skull pile mushrooms.
That's ominous.
Are they particularly poisonous or edible?
Well, you know for sure that there's something that you could use to make an herbal remedy if you knew what to add to it. So they could be valuable, and if you gather them up, there's what I call 3 gatherings here, or 3 doses of them.
Well, my healer friend, I believe these may be of use in your practices.
Yes, thank you. Yes, healing. Right. I
don't know you're an assassin, do I?
I'm not an assassin. I'm a nobleman. my goodness. I can't believe my character's being so maligned so early.
All right, there is an exit, a 10-foot wide tunnel heading to the north. You can't really see that it goes anywhere in particular. There's another one to this just going straight south, and there's a 20-foot wide tunnel going to the east, and that's where there's a torch set into a notch that's been cut in the limestone, and you can see the top of a cut set of steps leading down in that area.
I guess I'm going to have Caleb collect the mushrooms for us then. I think they will be valuable for trade with Hecabeth later.
Hagatha, whatever.
Hagatha's later, yes. Thank you. So we'll collect mushrooms.
All right, so he has 3 gatherings of skull pile. Okay.
That stairway down seems promising. What do you think, gentlemen? Or should we explore the other tunnels?
Is the torch lit?
It is.
I think we should. Oops, sorry. Go ahead.
I will walk over to the torch and use it to light my own lantern.
Oh, excellent. All right, you got your lantern all lit and ready to go.
Yeah.
I think we should just look down the other 2 tunnels just to make sure there isn't anything right there that might come out and surprise us.
That's good thinking.
So I'll head to the north tunnel.
All right.
I'll head to the south tunnel.
Okay.
I want to make sure I'm away from the pool.
Okay.
I don't want to end up like poor Bill the pony.
All right, well, standing at the entrance to that north tunnel, you see it goes north 10, 20, 30 feet, and then opens up into a small cave, another small cave. And that cave, you could just see that there looks like the mud's all churned up with little animal footprints, and that there's some small animal bones on the floor in there. But other than that, you really don't see anything from this distance going on in there.
Can I listen?
Sure. You listen and you don't hear anything. It's kind of quiet in that direction.
Okay, I let the party know that the north, there doesn't seem to be anything imminent to attack us from the north.
Cool.
Arnold, you look to the south, and the south tunnel goes 40 feet, and then it splits in a V with one tunnel kind of continuing to the southeast and the other going to the southwest. And let's see. Da, 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 da. And then that's that. You also don't really hear anything coming from that direction, but you do catch a whiff of an unpleasant smell coming from that direction.
I say, this one ends in a fork. Should we explore down further to make sure we aren't snuck up on?
No, I think we should head down the stairs, unless the party really wants to go exploring down there.
It stinks down there, frankly.
Yes.
I don't find that very intriguing. I'll miss myself a little bit of perfume just to try and.
All right, so
No.
you gather together in your adventuring order, facing that eastern tunnel with the stairs, and you cautiously, I suppose, make your way forward. The 20-foot wide tunnel goes down the stairs and starts to curve around to the south, and then starts to descend another set of stairs. So you'll have gone down a total of 20 feet.
Can my dwarf check for any sort of traps here on these stairs?
You don't see any traps, but you, dwarf, you realize that this is coming from a natural cave to where these stairs are, to where the limestone's been worked, probably by men, you would guess, because of the crudeness of it. But then as you continue around the corner, the stairways descend that next bit, and it becomes a finished stone block tunnel that looks like it is southern construction, like the castle above and the parts of the city that were built by the king of Angmar.
Ah,
Does it turn left or right?
It turns to the
Right.
right, sorry. Yeah, it kind of bends down to the right, heads south.
So it's 2 steps of stairs and then turns right, or it's a set of stairs and then a set of stairs goes down right?
Right.
right, the second one.
Okay.
And then past that second set of stairs, it only goes 20 feet as a finished tunnel and ends in a set of double doors.
That's good. I'm breaking out my old school D&D mapping skills here.
That's right.
So I share with the party that it looks like this construction dates from the time when the Wraith King established the city.
Can you tell, was this cavern always here, or is it a recent occurrence, a subsidence perhaps?
No, I think it's several hundred years old when the Wraith King established his kingdom and built the city, and so then he built these catacombs down underneath. So I wouldn't be surprised if we run into more pictures of the Wraith King, like apparently you guys found in your last adventure.
Yes, sculptures or statues, in
Yes.
fact.
Only
Quite
I had
unnerving.
a seal portal, I could seal this off. And
Such things need to be destroyed.
So the end of the hall there's a pair of water-stained dark brown oak doors reinforced by crisscrosses of interlacing iron kind of bolted to the doors in a grid that's sort of like straps, but they're pretty close together and they kind of X their way over the surface of the door.
Mhm.
Treasure Seeker, please examine the doors.
The doors do have a keyhole in them, and they do have a ring for like pushing and pulling on them.
Do they appear to be locked?
They're closed. Somebody's going to have to go and mess with them to see if they're locked.
Ahem, Treasure Seeker.
Yes. Would you like to examine the doors if you're an expert in this area?
It's okay, Arnold. All you'll have to do is roll the dice, and it'll be fine.
yeah, I'm gonna roll. Okay.
All
I
right.
say, well, I mean,
Do you,
there is truly no one else of this profession.
so you have a look for traps first.
What?
Traps.
You're gonna check for traps first. So roll percentile dice, and you'll have a small chance of detecting them.
I got a 6.
That's really good. You are sure there are no traps there.
I say, my friends, it is safe.
Well, is it
And then-
unlocked?
You want to go see if it's locked?
Does it have a lock?
It does. You'll have to kind of push and pull on the door to see if it's locked.
Yeah, I'll yank the door.
It is locked. Do
My friends, it's locked.
you want to pull out your tools and try to pick the lock?
Yeah, so I pull out my thieves' tools.
Oh, awesome.
And I take my pieces of wire and I start jamming them in.
Okay, go ahead and roll percentile dice.
75.
Unfortunately, that lock is tougher than you thought, and you're not able to unlock it.
Please, my friend, stand aside. I can hardly stand to watch you work anymore. Where were you trained, after all? I'll try and pick the lock.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'd like to do a search for secret doors.
Very good.
Yep. Please, God. Find
Searching
us
around for secret doors, you do not find any. Lothon, you do find some marks around the door here and there. They look like they were carved into the limestone of this cave with very primitive tools, even in the work stone. And there's no rhyme or reason to them, but they're different letters in hag sign.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting.
This is twice we've run into hag sign around.
I This might be a warded portal. Perhaps if we open it, we might not be able to put back whatever we let out. We should be careful.
Hopefully we're letting out treasure.
Well, a treasure hunter's being very careful, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, C says it's safe.
I rolled a 21 on my pick lock.
And it's like 15% or something? Okay. The door remains locked. Do you want
Okay,
to try again? You can always try again. Every time you attempt it, it's 10 minutes gone by.
I kick the door.
Oh, okay. Roll a d6, and if you roll a 1, you'll force it open.
4.
Okay, you kick the door, but they remain stubbornly closed.
Ah, my toes.
Okay.
Well, should we go back up into the other caves and see if we might find a key somewhere?
I will
I'm
allow
gonna
you.
pick
I
the
will
door.
allow the Baron or whoever wants to attempt to pick it again. It's just a matter of 10 more minutes going by.
I'll try again if you guys are willing to wait.
I got a quick question. If I were to attempt to force the door open, would I break stealth?
Yes.
I do not break stealth.
Okay.
These hag signs, do they seem to have any meaning? I know that Lathan is proficient in a simple alphabet for hag signs.
Yeah. You find. Let's see. Find a bunch of different letters. You find a letter P, a letter R, a letter Z, a letter A letter N, a letter S. There could be other letters that you're not finding because they're small and they're sort of worked into the crags and cracks of the area surrounding the door.
So would my intelligence help on trying to figure out this sort of anagram?
Actually, sure. Go ahead and roll, since you mentioned anagram, go ahead and roll a d20 under your intelligence.
Okay. That means I have a plus
You have to roll 16 or less.
16 or less.
3.
Awesome. Yeah, you puzzle it out that what is written around this door in hag sign is the name Pizarun Sin, the name of the Wraith Lord.
Die words, my
And
friends.
it is an anagram. It is kind of jumbled up to be a puzzle. It's not written.
I say the name. Pizarun Sin.
Okay, the door unlocks.
I say,
Hey.
you see, I am truly a proper thief.
You're a treasure hunter.
Isn't that what I just said?
Easily the
Well done, treasure hunter. Well done.
Well played.
applause. Good job, Arnold.
That was awesome, Arnold.
The dwarf pushes open the door and steps in.
Okay. As the dwarf pushes open the door, it swings open and you almost hear an audible sigh coming from within. Your torch or lanterns flicker back from the room, almost extinguishing, but you feel no wind passing over you. Okay. Within is a 30 by 30 chamber with a 10-foot alcove set into the center of each of the west, south, and east walls, so opposite you and then on the left and the right. In each of the alcoves is a somewhat rough and abstract statue of a man with a hawk nose, bald, frowning, severe looking. He is dressed differently in each alcove. In the left, he's in heavy-looking plate armor holding a sword. On the right, he's dressed in robes of a noble from the south and a scepter held in his arms. And in the center, he's almost in some sort of priestly garb with a big cowl pulled up, strange symbols carved into the robes, all in hag sign. His right hand is extended in the statue, presenting a carving on his hand of a skull motif signet ring, as if he expects you to enter and kiss the ring. The emotion of hatred emanating from this chamber is palpable.
Not it. On kissing the ring.
Not it.
You don't see any altars or chests or any obvious treasure, just that 30 by 30 room with the 3 statues in it.
I will approach the priest, the one in robes.
Okay, go ahead and roll D6 for me, Arnold. You don't want to roll a 1. You don't want to roll a 1 or a 2.
Actually, can I grab his arm before he goes in there?
Sure.
All right, Arnold, wait, please. The last time I came into a chamber like this, we almost all died of a noxious gas. And I'm not talking about the dwarf we were traveling with.
Wasn't me.
It was not Agnar. Yeah, Agnar smells like a rose. But anyway, yeah. Himmick on the
So
other.
is this maybe one of those rooms that we don't want to enter, guys?
Well, I will also add that that last place we went in was very lucrative, my friend. Lucrative, as my friend treasure hunter would say. So let me take a look and see if I can examine and find any dangerous traps in this room.
And I will try and use. Wait, is the assist or help action a thing in this game?
Sure. You can try to help him if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to assist him in kind of the more arcane means.
Okay, so you're trying to see if you see any like runes or anything that would help like steer him away from any traps that might be magical in nature.
Yes.
And where's Gurak? I think he had a 10-foot pole he was carrying around.
I correct silently, very quietly hands.
Ah! Jesus, Gurak. Wait, by the race team, Gurak.
Puts his fingers up to his lips and it motions for him to be silent.
All right. I'm going to go.
I backstab.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to search for traps while
I will cover them with my crossbow from the doorway, just inside the doorway.
All right, are you going to search for traps from the outside the doorway or
outside the doorway to start, and then I'll hand the 10-foot pole to my friend Arnold.
All right, so you get a plus 5% to your search for traps because Arnold's helping you.
You got a 20%. You can do this.
Oh, you wish it was 20%.
Lathan mutters to himself, "There must be a secret door around here somewhere. I know it."
23, Ed.
Awesome. You don't see a trap per se,
Oh.
but you do think that there's something in the room.
There's something in the room.
Feel a presence. You don't see anyone immediately, but all your hackles are raised and you're sure you're being watched. You're sure there's something in the room.
There's somebody or something in this room, my friends.
I vote on closing the door.
Could this? I'd like to.
I will.
I'd like to. Yeah, sorry. Do we know whatever happened to the Wraith King's remains?
You don't.
I will take I'll take a piece of my rations and I will kind of toss it into the middle of the room to try and see if anything like moves it or or something triggers or it starts getting eaten by an invisible thing.
Okay. Gurak. You there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, Baron Fell and Arnold are sort of standing in the doorway, examining stuff and experimenting with stuff and watching carefully. And Arnold's, trying to test for pressure plates and stuff like that. And you're concealed still. And I'm just sort of imagining you back towards the rear of the party watching. And you notice that Baron Fell's shadow flickering in the torchlight suddenly sort of stops flickering, elongates, and out of it stands up a shadow.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
All right, so you will have a free action because you are concealed.
Okay. In that free action, shadows are probably immune to backstab, so there's no point in trying to backstab this. So I let out a roar and yell for the Baron and Arnold to watch out, rush forward and take a swing at the shadow with my two-handed sword, now named Grief.
Awesome.
That's important.
That's
Must
an
name your sword.
important detail.
Yes.
Grief.
All right.
Here we go. And I roll a 20. Not an actual
Nice.
17 plus 3.
Wow, you hit.
Question is, do normal weapons do damage to shadows?
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Rolling the damage. Let's see what we get.
Can I use this?
What's the damage?
I prepared sleep.
How much was that, Gurak?
9 points of theoretical damage.
Okay.
To a real being.
All right, so swing your sword with a roar, and you hit it directly. Your sword passes through it, like there's almost nothing there, but you do feel a little bit of resistance, and there's like almost a tear, little rent of shadow kind of wafts away from it as you swing through it.
Right. So I managed to damage it somehow. Good.
All right.
I say, my friends, this is most unfortunate, though I feel it is necessary to say that it would be perfectly fine to make a hasty strategic retreat. After all, there are no orcs here, which is what we are looking for.
Your son
Right?
Steve will come on every adventure from now on.
All right, so Arnold, how about you roll a D6 initiative for the party?
Okay.
This
You're
is
rolling for the party.
Arnold gets to roll.
3.
All right, I also rolled a 3, but the tie goes through to the adventurers.
Yay!
All right, we're gonna start with Lothan. What do you want to do, Lothan?
All right. Does anyone in the party have a torch?
I have a lantern full of flaming oil.
And didn't you light a torch, Arnold, before we went down these stairs?
No, he lit his lantern using the torch that was in the wall.
But I could splash flaming oil on it, which might be effective.
Could be.
Well, I think we should retreat. But if we have anybody with we don't. But when we get to the top of the stairs, I'm gonna grab the torch and I don't know, see if I can wave the thing off with the torch.
All right. So you're gonna use pretty much your move to travel the 10, 20, 30. You're in what kind of armor?
Chain.
Okay. So 30 feet of movement will get you to the top of the first group of stairs. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, so you're not back at the torch yet. That's at least another full move away. All right, Gurak, what do you want to do?
Well, what Gurak does best, and decapitate things.
All right.
He swings his two-handed sword again and sees what he can do.
Okay.
That is a 15.
All right, you hit again.
All right. Okay. Damage roll.
But I missed.
That would be 11 points of damage.
Effort, just hit again.
All right. Again, your sword tears right through where its neck should be, and you feel just a slight bit of resistance as if there is something there, and you see some shadow kind of waft in the path of your sword, but it's still there.
Does it look any different than when we first started the combat? Does it look like it's in some sort of distress or damaged, or Does it look just the same as we first encountered it?
It's hard to say. You've never run into one of these before, but it's not making any noise. It's not like howling in pain or flinching or bleeding or anything like that.
Does its shadows look like rent apart and stuff? And does it look like a bit of a mess, or?
Just looks like a shadow.
Yokes.
All right. It is Agnar's turn.
Agnar will switch from his crossbow to his sword and shield and start backing up towards the stairs
Okay.
in a combat position.
So you're on the stairs, sort of rear guarding it.
Yes.
Arnold, what do you want to do?
Okay, so I'll run up the stairs to where the torch is.
You can't make it. You can't quite make it that far, but because you're not in armor, you can make it further than anyone else. You can go 10, 20, 30, 40. So you're halfway to the second set of stairs.
Okay, and I will use the oil from my lantern that's currently on fire, and I'll try and like splash it in a rough line.
Okay.
Wait, is anyone else behind me?
Everyone else is behind you.
Yes.
So no, I will not trap them.
Okay.
Thank you.
But
That's right.
I don't have much else.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah, actually, I will run up as far as I can, and then I'll throw a dagger down at the shadow.
You have your crossbow too, remember?
Sure.
Yes, but I'm afraid it's gonna shatter against the stone walls, the bolt, because it's wooden.
You can throw a dagger. That's fine. Go ahead and roll a d20 for me. You're better with daggers anyway.
Natural 1.
Awesome. Roll a
I do
d6.
half of each plan, and I splash oil on my feet.
Actually, roll a d4. One, it's Baron Fell. 2, it's Agnar. 3, it's Lothon. And 4, it's Gurak.
1.
All right. Roll a d4.
Well, not that much. 4.
2. I throw a perfectly timed shot into his back.
Doesn't he have to hit me first?
No, the 1 means that he hit you.
Oh. You automatically hit somebody if you don't hit. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Take 2. All right. Very good. Ouch. I'm almost dead.
Half your health gone. You're crippled.
All right. Baron Fell. You feel a dagger thunk into your back, and you hear a oops.
Betrayed.
It's like, oh no.
So it's your turn, Baron Fell.
All right. I'll back up the stairs too and pull the dagger out of my back and throw it at the shadow.
Yes.
Thanks. You could have just handed it to me.
All I have to say is pay it forward.
10.
You know, it would have been really funny if you'd also rolled a 1 with that.
That's true.
Yes, we just
Stab poor Gurak.
we just repeat this process and each one
Yep.
slowly stab each other.
Unfortunately, you missed the shadow.
I said, "Hey,
Do
come on,
indeed.
dagger!
Yeah, you can go get it.
You took it."
All right.
I'll be right back.
So the shadow is going to go. Gurak is engaged with it, so it's going to go ahead and go after Gurak. Gurak, you're completely healed, okay?
Okay.
No damage from previous adventures. What's your armor class there, sir?
Well, I'm wearing chainmail armor, and I have a dexterity bonus of 1, I think.
All right. Let me see here.
I think it's AC 4.
Yeah, you're actually, without a shield, you're AC 5, so normally I'd need a 14 to hit you, unless I have bonuses, which I do. All right. That is a hit. Let's see.
Remember that 18 strength?
Gurak, you lose 3 points of strength.
Ooh.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
Suddenly the
Yeah.
sword feels a lot heavier in my hands.
Doesn't feel like a forever thing, but you have a feeling that if your strength gets to 0, it could be really bad.
Probably turn into ooze.
Right. Guys, I think it's time to run.
You'll be the physical equivalent of a cabbage.
That's
With
right.
the damage Gurak dealt out, if we haven't killed it, I don't think we can.
All right,
Yeah.
it is initiative again. Gurak, you want to roll for the party?
Yeah, sure. Roll a 2.
All right, I also rolled a 2. Ties goes to the party. What do you want to do there, Gurak?
Okay, well, there's no way I'm outrunning the shadow, so I'm attacking.
All right.
I don't need to outrun the shadow. I just need to outrun the person who doesn't try to.
Arnold.
Spoken just like your father.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Ah,
Straight out of Baron Fell's textbook.
Yep. Go ahead and roll to hit there, Gurak.
At 15 strength, what's my bonus again?
+1.
That's one. That's a 3.
Okay, you feel weakened and you miss. Okay, next up is Lothon. You're standing at the top of the stairs. What do you do?
All right. I'm attempting to get the torch. Can I see the wraith from where I'm at?
Yes, you can, but if you continue to run, you'll go around the corner and you'll no longer be able to see Gurak and the shadow.
Okay. If I were to throw something, would I be able to reach the wraith from where I'm at?
Yeah?
Okay.
You're
roll
at a
a
range,
one.
you're at a range of 30 feet, so pretty much daggers and hand axes and stuff can go that far.
All right. This is less combat and more just an experiment.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna take one of the skeleton teeth that I picked up from a first encounter with the undead,
Okay.
and I'm going to hurl it at the wraith and see if it interacts.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a hit.
A little bit of research there. Okay. I hit armor class 5.
Okay.
Oh wait, armor class 4.
Okay. It kind of just you know that you threw it into the shadow, but you don't see any effect.
Okay, cool. All right, and
run! You fools!
Anything else there, Lothon? I think
can I
that-
take half my movement?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, yeah, then I'll continue heading up towards the torch.
Okay. Let's see, Agnar, what do you want to do? You're standing on the first stairway.
Yeah, I turn around and I run up the stairs as fast as my stumpy little legs can carry me.
All right, so you're pretty much equal with Lothon in the corridor. You've caught up with Arnold. Okay. Arnold, what do you want to do? Do you want to keep running for the torch, or?
Yeah, I run up. Am I at the torch yet?
Yes, you will just reach the torch. You won't be able to do much other than grab the torch.
Okay, who wanted the torch?
But you turn and you grab the torch and you go, "Who wanted the torch?" And that's your action.
Got it.
All right. Sissy fell.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Well, Burak is still engaged with this thing.
Yes, and you are kind of at the foot of the stairs, at the foot of the first set of stairs. By the way, it's getting very, very dark as the person with the lantern is running away, and you look around and Callop is nowhere to be seen.
Calip, where are you, Calip?
Arnold, you see the back of Callop, who's been fleeing ever since the shadow showed up.
I say, come back here!
All right. So it's getting really dark down there. You can no longer see the shadow. You can barely make out Gurak in the darkness.
I'll say, Burak, come, my friend. It's too dangerous to face alone, and I'll charge up the stairs after my friends.
All right. So you also make it sort of to the foot of the second step. Okay?
right. And I'll have a dagger ready. If the shadow comes out of the darkness, I will wing my dagger at it.
Okay.
I wanted to ask
Baron,
for clarity on one thing. Do you remember if we kept the weird collar with the sigils, or if we left that at the site? We kept it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to pull that out of my satchel. I'm going to see if I can try and move here.
Okay. Yep. You pull it out of your satchel. That's pretty much it.
Cool.
Okay. So it is the Shadow's turn. Attacks Gurak. Rolls a 16 with his pluses. Gurak, you lose 2 more points of strength.
Okey dokes. Still stronger than the average man, but fading fast.
Yep. All right, it's going to be initiative, and in this round, until somebody comes back with a torch or a lantern, Gurak, I'll let you roll a d20 underneath your choice of intelligence or wisdom to try to spot the shadow in the darkness. If you succeed, you have no penalties. Otherwise, you have a -4 to hit.
Right, okay.
And the shadow, mainly because the shadow gives off no heat. So,
Yeah, exactly. Improvision's useless.
yeah. All right, Gurak, why don't you roll initiative for the party?
Okey dokes. I roll 1.
Okay, the shadow attacks you and rolls a 13. I think it misses you, right?
That would be a miss.
Okay, so you are missed. Gurak, what do you want to do?
Okay, now that the party has sort of secured themselves up the stairs, Gurak turns and runs.
Okay. Are you going to do a run for it, completely full move where you have a -2 to your armor class? Or are you going to half move and keep your armor class?
If I were to do a full move, where would I end up?
If you did a full move, you reach the top of the stairs, you'd move 30 feet. If you do a half move and keep your armor class, you'd be on the stairs.
Go ahead and do the full move.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully this thing won't chase us all over the place. Hopefully
Yeah,
it'll stay
I
down
doubt
there.
it. I think it probably won't pursue us once we get into the brighter light.
Lothon, what do you want to do?
Well, I think I'm going to continue heading up, but I'll stay at the back of the party. I think maybe this collar is going to have some kind of interaction with the undead, but it is broken, so I'm not sure I want to risk that.
Okay, so you have
But
the
maybe I
collar
can.
out.
Maybe I can club it with with the metal. Because my theory is right now that this collar might have been used to hold a warghast, and so I'm thinking if obviously if the metal was enchanted or forged in a certain way to interact with the undead, maybe this thing can hit it. But I'm not going to count on that. So I'm gonna start heading up. But if I need to, I'm going to swing at it with the collar.
Okay.
So
You're going to end your move next to Arnold, basically, and be ready.
Yeah.
Okay. Agnar, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep going to that room and try to make it to the western tunnel entrance,
Okay, so
however far I can get.
with this move, you'll get to the top of the second stairs where Lothon and Arnold are hanging out with the torch and the lantern and that stuff.
Okay. Do I also see Calip, or is he long gone now?
Calip you see his back running down the western tunnel on the other side of the pool, headed towards the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
All right. Next up is going to be, let's see, Arnold.
So who's furthest down the stairs, or is everyone up?
Baron Fell.
Yes.
Baron Fell is just coming up the stairs if he continues to run.
Oh, I shout,
Yes.
Baron, here! and I toss the torch to you.
Ah!
Awesome. You catch the torch.
I catch the torch, and I'll turn and face the darkness with my dagger drawn.
And then I run away.
Where'd you go?
I gave you the torch.
Are you gonna follow Calip towards the cave entrance and run for it, Arnold? Or do you want to wait?
I was thinking we could go down to the unpleasant smell, because that is the logical next place for the orcs to be.
Okay. So you want to just stay at the back of the party, kind of have an action ready, keep your eyes open kind of thing?
I'll run over to kind of near the pool maybe, and
Okay.
I'll say, come back. I don't believe it will pursue us, and there's yet more to explore and plunder.
Awesome.
Why do you believe that?
You seem quite brave. All right. Let me see. I think that is it for everybody. Yep. Gurak is halfway between the two flights of stairs. You can see him right at the edge of the turn. So Gurak, you are running wildly into the light. You can kind of see around yourself again. You see your party at the top of the stairs kind of facing you. Baron Sissy Phil has a torch in his hand. He looks like he's ready to ward off something. And then Lothon is grasping some kind of metal object in his hand, like he's getting ready to pound something with it. All right, it's initiative. Gurak, it's your butt on the line, so go ahead and roll for the party.
Okay, here we go. I roll a 2.
All right. Gurak, nothing attacks you. It is your action.
Gurak looks very surprised and relieved as he backs up to join the rest of the party next to the current torchbearer.
Okay. Okay, we are out of combat.
I'll guzzle down the healing potion I bought,
Okay.
so I can recover from the dagger in the back that I received.
Casualties of war, my friend. Casualties of war.
Yeah, I would not like to be one.
It's good to know that we're all collateral damage to the treasure seeker.
That's true. Well, it's in this name, I guess. Treasure hunter. Should I roll to heal?
Sure, 1d3.
2.
All right, do you wait the 10 minutes for it to take effect?
Yes.
Okay. Your torches start to your torch starts to flicker, the one that you're holding, the one that you found half used.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder who's lighting these torches.
Do you light a torch of your own or just rely on the lantern?
I've got a lantern.
And that'll last for another 3 hours, so let's...
I'm going to go
with that.
retrieve Calip. I'm expecting he's outside the cave. So I'm going to storm out to the entrance to the cave and find my hireling.
All right.
And explain to all the wildlings why this embarrassed you.
That's right. It's terrible.
Calip is out there wheezing, trying to catch his breath, looking pale and shaken. He says,
Calip, you must...
Baron, you survived.
Yes, and I can't have you jumping at shadows. Come back into the cave. This is ridiculous.
That thing is gone?
If it ever existed at all. Now, come on.
All right. So you guys are going to have to spend your turn resting. And during your rest, your 10-minute rest where you sip your water and eat, Gurak, you will get 1 point of strength back.
Okay, so that brings me to, what's my total right now?
14, I think.
14.
You lost 5.
14 strength.
Yep.
All right. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it, my friends?
Yes.
In the
You know that
Chinese
no-
sort of way.
That smell actually grows on you. I was thinking maybe we should get down that way.
Yes.
Well, there's rats to the north. We've already beaten them before.
Yes.
I like to think that we came here with a purpose, and the purpose was to find these damned orcs. No offense, Gorak.
You realize we never shut the door.
Says, if it hadn't been for your cowardice, you'd have had that room. I don't want to go any further until I have my strength back. Would you
Correct.
mind?
We did never shut the door that we.
You guys, Gorak, Gorak, you're pretty sure that about every 20 minutes you're going to get a point of strength back. So to get all 4 of your strength back and completely feel better, that's going to be an hour and 20 minutes. As long as everybody is willing to just chill and sit around the pool of water or go outside and wait for an hour and 20 minutes, then your strength.
I suggest that we picnic outside at the cave.
Yeah, I like my plus 3s.
Oh, what did you say? Sorry, I missed you, Wyvern.
I like my plus 3 personally.
Yeah, me too. It saved our lives more than once. You're looking a bit pale. It's not a good look on you. It's a little camp outside the cave. I'll share some of the wine from my wineskin. That'll help return some color to Gorak's cheeks.
We want to go out there with the thieves still out there?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking it would be smarter. It would seem suspicious to the people we told to guard our backs and the thieves if we went in and out.
I don't think so. Anyway, what are they going to do? Ambush us? Well, if they do, I feel for them.
That's right.
I could use a corporal opponent for once. Someone to sink a dagger into.
All right. So you guys go outside the cave,
From behind.
find a place to sit, and the wildlings don't seem to mind you there. You're not messing with their little stash or bothering them in any way. In fact, the guy with the red rat pin comes down and sits between Baron Fell and Arnold, and passes you each a cup of ale. In fact, they'll share all around with you ale and some of their food that they have. They have a little barrel, a little pony keg of ale now from the town.
Excellent. Well done. Your work this afternoon has been more productive than ours so far.
Yes.
Well, it sounds dangerous. It sounded like you ran into something dire in that cave.
We did. I guess the one thing I am anxious about is, have we released something that represents a threat to the city? Perhaps we do need to go back and finish it. This business we've started.
What are you talking about? What did you see, and what are you talking about releasing something?
I try to catch his attention and make a shh sign.
It's probably my imagination, Mac.
Gurak turns towards the wildling who sat down with him and Arnold and says that he overheard something about a need for ale in the camp.
Oh yeah, we brought a keg from the town. Now we have to bribe the guards to get into the town because we're good for nothing wildlings. But
How much do you usually need to bribe them?
But he reaches out a hand to you and it says, "My name is Mac. You might know something about that, wouldn't you, my friend?" He offers to shake Gurak's hand.
Gurak shakes the wildling's hand and says, "Yes, I do indeed. I too am a worthless half-orc in the eyes of the guards, and I have no trouble perhaps assisting your company with your ale needs in the future."
Says, "We know the wildlings aren't all a part of a special organization," and he plays with his cloak pin. He says, "But I know a few people in the city that could be a good contact for some of you for business matters, information, a place to sell goods you might come across that you can't sell other places."
If you don't mind making an introduction, we could make it worth your while, Mac. And certainly it is always our desire to help those who are in need of a good drink.
Gurak nudges Arnold and says, "That sounds like a good offer, doesn't it?"
Yes, indeed. And I will subtly fill my water skin with spirits.
With ale?
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right, well, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out these, he's only got one of them. This one really crudely carved little rat, like a little toy rat. And he looks you all over and he says, I hate to insult you, Gurak, right? Wasn't it? You look like the most obviously one of our ilk. And he hands Gurak the little rat carving.
Gurak smirks at the wildling and says, "No offense taken. I get that quite often."
But
Arnold.
if you could introduce your friends Arnold and the Baron to my contact in the city, he stays in a small house on the northwest side of the city, kind of back in the slums.
Does your contact have a name?
Boar.
I turn towards Arnold and Baron Fell and say, "I think we have a stop to make after this adventure, don't you?"
I agree. You know how I
Yes.
love to make friends, Gurak.
Yes.
So
Each other's gold.
so you pass your time resting, getting your strength back, healing, and eating some of your food, and it goes by uneventfully. The wildlings kind of warm up to you guys and seem to get along with you pretty well.
Excellent.
Oh, Mac will say, now, there's orcs in those caves. We don't usually interact with them, but they answer to the druid that comes through here sometimes.
Really?
Intriguing.
What kind of druid?
He's an old man. He wears a white robe.
What's the other? What are the two orders of druids? Ed, remind me.
The druids of the henge and the ragged cloak druids.
Wouldn't we have,
And the Pentagarchy dislikes all manner of magic users what's the Pentagarchy's view on the different orders of druids?
They're probably, for now, neutral. They get along really well with the clerics in town that are from the same land as they are. They're called the Druids of the Everflame.
The clerics of the Everflame, right?
The clerics of the Everflame. They're probably suspicious of the Druids, and they would be in opposition to the hags.
wouldn't
Yes.
the party heard of?
And so, in opposition of the druids of the Ragged Cloak?
Not necessarily, only to the hags. Go ahead, Wyvern.
Just saying, wouldn't have the rest of the party heard of the adventures in Langerford with Breeden and Lothon and Gurak and the Tin Man and the other guy?
Gurak was there, wasn't? I don't know if Baron Fell was there.
Lothon was there.
Lothon was there.
Wouldn't we have
Baron was there.
Wouldn't we have related this tale back to the party at Pilgrim?
I don't know, and maybe not in a lot of detail. Gurak may be protective of the little girl he brought to town.
Okay, all right.
I mean, that's up to you, Gurak.
Right, okay. I tell Baron Fell that the druid is of interest to us. And he has a connection to the girl that I rescued at Black Pilgrim.
When you say a connection, do you mean like a friend or a loose end that needs to be tied up?
Someone that must die.
Ah, my favorite kind of connection.
Someone that needs to be healed.
Yes, I have just the elixir for them. Okay, well then these orcs are definitely no friend of ours then, and cutting off a source of support for an enemy of yours would be a welcome opportunity.
We wouldn't shed any tears if the orcs were gone, and if you had a way of discouraging that old man from coming around here, that would only help us with our business. And although we don't want to get involved,
Nothing more discouraging than a dagger in the throat, I find.
I must frown upon the machinations of this vice and the illegality, but are we sure killing them is the best option?
It works.
Yes.
I'm fairly confident in this case.
Lothon, have you been trying to chime in there, buddy?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's curious that we found the hag signs in the caves, and yet there's a druid coming around on the regular. I wonder if there's a connection. I don't know how close the druids are with the hags.
Good insight. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, again, it sounds like Garak. We have a reason to think this druid is, whatever his professed beliefs, is up to no good and is a danger.
My cousin has come to believe that the druids of the Henge have some secret plot. I don't know much more than that.
I believe we should keep at least one of the orcs for interrogation, just to figure out more about the relationship between this strange druid.
Good
And
idea.
this
Good
band.
idea. If only there was some way to incapacitate them without killing them.
Like a magic spell.
Well, anyway, we'll figure it out when we come to it. Are you ready, my friends, to delve back into this cave?
Sure.
Yes, we are ready.
Sword?
Always ready.
Awesome.
All right. Excellent.
All right, so you guys head back in. You go to the cave with the water in it, and you face the south branch, and you see that 30 feet ahead. It comes to a V where there's one part of the V that goes southeast and one part of the V that goes southwest. What do you want to do?
Do the boot prints go either way? Do we see any sign of those?
It seems like some go to the right and most of them go to the left.
I say we start with the right, and then go to the left.
Okay.
I also agree. The right is furthest away from that room we were in.
Yeah, a good point.
Yes.
Okay, we will curve to the right then.
All right, excellent. Right after the V, you go about 40 feet, and it opens up into a little 30 by 30 cave. It looks like there's another tunnel on the far side that continues towards the south. And there's some strange scrubby bushes growing around in the shadows of this cave. 6 different scrubby plants. They have, in the torchlight and the lantern light, you can see that they have bright yellow berries growing on them, oddly enough, even in the darkness here. And there's this, the further you've come towards this room, the more you have this smell that smells like a damp dog and like animal dung all mixed together. And it looks like there's a flat stone amidst the berry bushes, and somebody's picked like handfuls of these berries and smashed them and smeared them all over this stone.
Is there any way to identify what these berries are? Like, would that be in
Sure.
nature check or an intelligence or wisdom?
You can try to roll under your intelligence there, Arnold.
Cool. I roll a 8 plus 3.
No, you just,
Oh, wait.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it's under 16.
Yeah, you did great. You rolled half.
Done.
So these are a strange variety of berry bush that are called crawler berries. And they are they will repulse things like vermin, like rats and centipedes and things that live generally in caverns.
Awesome.
And they are often found in orc warrens. Like
I'd say,
orcs will tend to cultivate them and then use them as like vermin repellent.
Mhm.
I say, these are something called crawler berries. They repel rodents, which might help against things such as our recent troubles. They are often found in orc warrens. So, yeah.
Excellent. Caleb, collect those and put them in a
Yes.
bag. I have a funny trick I want to play on my friend Braden.
I'll try and collect as many as I can for study and future use.
Excellent. Well, Arnold, you're able to gather up.
Tree hugger.
You're able to gather up 3 gatherings of crawler berries, and Calip is able to get 3 gatherings of crawler berries, one off of each bush.
Okay.
And
Help by picking my nails with my dagger.
while you're doing that, you guys see it looks like a scaled wolf walk into the entrance of the tunnel that adjoins the far end of this cave. It's got a spiked collar on. and its forehead is painted in stripes, white stripes, like somebody's taken ash from a fire and painted it up, and it growls at you. And we will roll initiative. Lothon, you want to roll initiative for the group?
Yes, sir. 4.
Yeah, roll a 6.
Ooh.
With a howl, it comes after you, charging across the 30 by 30 room. It can actually move a bit faster than that. And it closes with poor Collip.
No. Not Calip.
Rest in peace, Torch.
I've only just learned his name. I can't afford to remember another hireling.
All right, so this lizard wolf thing leaps onto Calip and just it's big. Its front paws just knock him prone, first of all. And then it just reaches down and bites into his side and tears a big part out of his side. And he lets out a short yelp, but then falls silently into the dirt. And this thing just savages into him.
Oh, my God.
Okay?
Who votes run?
No. We finished this thing. It just ate my hireling.
All right, Lothon, what do you want to do?
Baron Fell's hot for revenge.
Yes.
Hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Can you guys skip me an initiative? I'm so sorry.
No problem. Agnar,
All right.
what do you want to do, buddy?
Well, I'm torn because I want to attack this thing, but if there's any chance to saving the poor hireling, I do have my healing potion. Are you guys going to attack it?
I am.
Okay, can I see if they're going to be distracted and try to rush over and give poor Kala my healing potion? Or do I feel that he's really dead? And there's no
You're
use?
not sure that that's going to be a safe thing to do while this giant lizard wolf is standing on his chest.
Okay, I guess it's a dwarven battle cry and charging it with my sword and shield.
Awesome. You want to take a swing at him?
Ew. Just a 10.
Okay, he kind of sidesteps you just at the last minute, and you just miss him. All right, Gurok.
I'm back, by the way.
Rock, now restored from his encounter with the Shadow Fiend, takes out Grief and lops off the thing's head, or tries to at least.
Awesome. Roll a hit.
Natural 20.
Oh, that's awesome. Yay, claps
Yay.
all around. Woo! Woo!
All right, here we go.
Keep doing that.
Keep doing
That's
that.
great.
Keep doing that, yes.
So that's 18 points of damage.
Holy smokes. You chop the thing's head right off and kill it. It lands in a heap.
Okay, can I see if there's still any life whatsoever in poor Kala?
You can try. Go ahead and roll a d20 under your wisdom.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
I only have a 5 wisdom.
Oh wait, let me do it. I'll check.
Check for me. Sir
The one in the
Sissi.
potion in his hand. Come on, Agnar, you can do it.
Add my dagger into his throat.
You're not going to believe this. I rolled a 1. I'm totally serious.
Oh! The
I'm
only-
totally serious. Oh my god. That never happens to me.
He is dead.
Okay. Then I fold his arms over him and say, alas, poor Calip, we knew you well.
All right. We're still in combat. Baronfell hasn't gone, Arnold hasn't gone, and Lothan hasn't gone. And during this moment, but not able to attack, several orcs with bows step into the entrance, and they start to draw their bows to fire at you. All right. Baronfell, what do you do?
How far are they from me?
They are 30 feet from you.
They have bows. 30 feet. They're in dagger range. I will throw one of my poison daggers at one of them.
Awesome.
I'm rolling so well today. 4, so that becomes a 6.
Okay, you miss, sadly.
Clatters off the wall. Clink, 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 clink.
Lothon, what do you do?
All right. I am going to throw my dirk at one of them.
Okay.
And that hits armor class 2.
You hit.
Nice.
All right. For 1 point of damage.
All right, you stab one in the knee. He takes a dagger to the knee.
Boom.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
I hope he's learned a valuable lesson.
Arnold, what would you like to do? There's 3 orcs standing there.
To cover, I'm just going to really quickly like splash my oil in his mind arc, try and catch as many as I can, and then
Okay.
I will cast sleep,
All right.
try and get them all.
Yep, they all collapse in a heap.
And I say, "Oh look, it worked! They all tripped."
What did you throw on them?
Yeah. And that's convincing, except that when you did that, you said, "By the power of the 3 suns, Megadeth!" They all passed out as they sparkled in orange sparkles.
Sparkle powder.
Treasure hunter, eh?
Yes, that seems like there's more to Arnold than meets the eye.
Treasure. That's what.
Quiet, my friends. Listen for any other orcs coming.
Man.
What was that, Gurok?
He gives Arnold a high five and says, "Well done, little man."
Awesome.
Listen for more orcs or creatures. Do we hear anything?
Let's see here.
Agnar is quickly going over and dispatching the orcs before they have a chance to wake up.
Yeah, same with Lathan.
Okay.
Wait, save one to speak to.
Okay, we'll tie up one and dispatch the rest.
All right. You guys don't hear anything, but you kill 2 of the orcs and you tie up one. In the next cave, there's another 30 by 30 cave that was to the south where those orcs walked out of. It's a dead end there. There's no additional entrances from there on. There's about a dozen hide blankets laid out. There's an extinguished campfire with a large iron cooking pot sitting on it. There's a stump that's been pulled in from outside and the cleaver stuck in it. And there's 3 kind of rugged-looking packs.
Go through the packs.
Yeah, we'll go through the packs.
All right. You find 30 gold, 30 silver, and 30 copper. And in each pack, you find a little clay vial that's got a kind of painted red, and then it's got like a black painted, looks like a howling mouth, like an animal mouth painted on the side of it, like a label of some kind.
Interesting. Does it can we tell this is not of orcish construction, I assume, these vials?
They might be.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very crude. Looks like something that maybe an orcish shaman or somebody herbalist or an orc with some knowledge put together.
Lathan can speak Orcish. Maybe there's something written on there I can read.
Yeah, you recognize the symbol, and you're a half-elf, right?
That's right.
You know in the Lord of the Rings where the orcs would drink that stuff and it would make them be able to run farther and make them tougher for a while? It's that stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay. Well, why don't we interrogate we'll drag the last surviving orc in here, further away from the, down into the cave so that if he shouts, he's less likely to be heard.
Okay.
Yes, I will actually gag him to begin with.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can bring him, and since Lothan can speak Orcish, Lothan, I think we should find out how many more of them there are in here and what their purpose is.
That's a great idea. I will ask.
Okay.
Thank you.
Orc, wake up. What's your name?
Can't really make him out through the gag.
Oh. Okay. I guess we need to take the gag off.
Okay,
Be
I'll put
careful.
my rapier to his throat, so he knows that one misstep and he'll be dead.
Good thinking.
Okay. What do you want?
Well, let's start with the pleasantries. What is your name?
Gug.
I'm Lathan. We want to know how many more of your ilk are in this cave.
Many.
Many, huh? I'm not sure I believe that. How many?
More than 10.
That I can believe. Okay. What else should we ask them?
What are they doing here?
What are you doing here?
The old man sent us to look for something, of course.
Did that happen to be the remains of a certain individual?
No. I don't know
No?
what you're talking about.
I think you might. What were you sent to retrieve?
Why should I tell you?
Because we have a rapier to your throat, obviously.
You're just going to kill me anyway. That's what I would.
Well, you never know. What reason do you have to keep this secret from us if you're going to die anyway?
Because you're humans. You're filthy humans.
I am no human.
What are you, a half-breed? That's even worse.
It's funny that you would think I am the abomination. Well,
You'll see. The orcs will empty this city of filthy humans and dine on their flesh.
you seem pretty sure of that.
Yes, our time is coming.
Look
you got-
on, my arm is getting tired. Can I just stab the thing yet?
No, we have to inquire about the druid.
Yes, what sort of arrangement do you have with this druid? What is he giving you?
Power.
I hold up the clay vial as in this.
I understand what your filthy human is saying.
He wants to know if that vial is what you're talking about. The power.
No.
But what are they looking for here, Lothon? Has he said yet?
He hasn't said, but I have a hunch. I think that chamber we discovered contains the remains of a certain king.
Our captain
I think-
knows. Ask her.
And where is she? Further in the cave, obviously.
Deep in the cave somewhere. I haven't seen the camp, the final camp. We were guarding out here.
So, guys, there's a rumor that the henge druids are, if they can get the sword, the ring, and the scepter, they can bring the Wraith Lord back. So maybe one of those objects is hidden down in that room that we unfortunately left wide open. But there's a shadow down there who could probably kill the orcs as easily as it could have killed us.
There's always a bright side to things, right, Agnar?
I like your
Just being Agnar's a very practical dwarf.
Well, it's interesting. That room, I was thinking about it. It had depictions of all three of the objects.
You've been in the room, huh? I'm amazed that you're still breathing.
What do you know about the room?
It's a holy place for the Wraith Lord. The old man talks to him in there. You're lucky that it wasn't in there when you went in.
Interesting.
Now can I stab him?
I think we may be done here.
Oh, good. I stabbed the orc to death.
He was right. He could tell the future. Oh, man.
I don't have a lot of upper body strength, you guys. I can't do that forever.
All right, so once the orc is dispatched, Gurak makes a point of collecting his trophy in the other room, the head of that abomination, and putting it into a large sack.
And I'm going to collect whatever belongings poor Calip had to return to his widow.
Oh, yes. Good thinking, Agnar.
Okay.
I feel like we probably should give her some extra silver pieces, too.
Are you going to carry his body out of there, or just
Oh,
going to
yeah.
put him in there?
Yeah, I think we
Well, we're not going to carry it around now. We could
No,
hide it here and then come back
yes,
for
I
it.
think we put all of the orcs' bodies, including and the beast's body, or what's left of it,
Well,
back in the farthest room.
why don't we frame it up to make it
Try and
look like he...
hide
Why don't we frame it up to make it look like he died fighting these orcs? Maybe that would explain why there's so many dead orcs.
Well, I think we probably custom dictates we bring his body back to his widow. I think we should drag it outside the caves and dump it with the wildlings. I don't
Yes, this is true.
think it will be any more chewed on than it is now. That looks bad. I think it will reduce the fervor of my future hirelings.
This is true. I'll assist you.
Okay, thank you.
So you take a minute and drag poor Calip's corpse outside, and you talk to Mac, and he says, well, 1 down and 5 to go, huh?
Well,
I prefer not to think of it like that, but okay.
A man of excellent humor.
yeah.
Well, we'll watch after your friend for a few hours anyway.
Well, we have an open job for a torchbearer. If any of you would like to volunteer.
Pay is good.
No, that's all right.
Pay is good, pain is better.
All right. Well, I'll carry the lantern then that Calip had.
Okay.
We've got 2 lanterns.
We have 2, which will be handy. And I think we should go back in, my friends,
Okay.
Yes.
and follow that other pathway. We still have we counted 12 skins, right? 12 sleeping rolls, basically, Ed.
Yeah.
And we've dispatched 3, so that would leave 9 to go.
But
Yep.
we know there's more than 10, so my guess is there are more sleeping rolls over there.
Maybe.
And Ed, that wolf thing, was it wearing scale mail or did it actually have scales?
It actually had scales. It's like some weird hybrid of like some kind of terrifying lizard, but sort of wolf-looking creature. And they had it all collared up with a spike collar and painted up like it's something that they've domesticated.
Would we know if this is an actually?
The first round.
You've
Would
never
we know
seen
if this was an actually occurring thing or?
You've never seen anything like that before, but then again, you don't usually go off into the deep wilderness and the swamps where the orcs usually live.
Well, fun. Let's continue.
Okay. Well,
Fun.
All right, so you go back to the intersection, and you look down that left branch,
Yes.
and it goes about 50 feet, and just at the very edge of your vision, you can make out the beginnings of more of those scrubby crawlerberry bushes as the thing opens up into another cave.
I think perhaps one of us should scout ahead.
Do you want to try to go into stealth mode again, Gurak?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make the roll, but why not? Are you going to roll?
Sure. I rolled incredibly an 18.
All right. Well, thank you for telling me. Keeping that close to your vest. I very quietly, very silently move forward and scout ahead to the party.
Okay. You see that it opens up into a 40-foot long, 30-foot wide cave and ends in a pair of doors. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
Does anyone
Like double doors or 2 different doors?
Double doors. Yes.
How long is the cave?
It's 50 feet long and 30 feet wide.
Okay. That's a good one.
Yep. It looks like there's 8 bushes of crawler berries in that room. The doors look again like those oak doors with the double-crossed band reinforcements. And it stinks in there. And you see standing outside the door is 2 more orcs.
Okay. So right up the bat, I'm
No,
going.
you don't
to...
know. You don't know yet, Arnold. Gurak just spied that out.
Oh.
Go ahead, Gurak.
Yeah, so I return back to the party, and I relate to them the room that I just scouted out.
Now you know what's going on, Arnold.
Okay. So I say, I think we kill the guards and prepare an ambush.
Okay.
Gurak says, I like the way you think, Arnold. You're
Good plan.
my own heart.
I think we should try to take him out with missile fire if we can. That way we
Yes.
might be able to get surprised on him.
You want to load
And
your
that
crossbow?
I am absolutely loading my crossbow.
Me too.
Okay. Baron Fell readies his dagger. Lothon, do you have a ranged weapon at all?
I picked up my dagger off the orc.
Yes.
So there's 2 sentries here.
I'm readying my poison dagger.
And we're going to come in.
All right, and then Gurak, do you want to use your stealth advantage to try to sneak around and get a backstab on one of them?
Well, maybe I should hang on to it for the next room. What do you guys think?
I think we should finish these guys off.
Yeah, I think we just use crossbow bolts and thrown daggers to kill them in the first round as best we can.
I
Yeah,
managed
if we
to get
don't let
nothing
him sound the alarm.
All right, I'll give you guys
the entire
a free round of surprise attacks from the entrance to their cave.
Yeah, and then I'm saying I think we should, after that, we should hide behind the bushes. And
Okay. Go ahead and
The
roll
orc-
there, Arnold.
The orc mentioned.
Go ahead, Lothon.
The orc that we interrogated mentioned that his boss was female and that she would know more about the secret room that we found earlier. If we can, selectively.
alive.
her.
Yeah.
Yes. Good thinking, Lothon.
Okay, now, Arnold, you can go and loose your crossbow bolt, my friend, but you have to subtract 2 from your attack die.
Okay.
disappointing.
And can I fire as well?
You roll a 2 total? Okay, you missed.
Bring. Okay, we're doing well over here.
Eventually, you'll be proficient in a crossbow in a couple levels, and you'll be able to use it normally.
And then you still would have missed.
I get a 13, Ed.
You hit. Kind of
I got
Agnar.
2 points of damage.
Okay, you wound 1.
Poison
class.
dagger?
Poison dagger, Baron fell.
15.
That hits.
And it's a D4 for the poison, is that right, Ed?
Yeah, and he failed his save, so he takes all of it.
He takes 6 damage.
Okay, you kill the unwounded one.
Excellent. Get him right in that throat. Psh, psh, psh.
Yep. Lothon, you've got the wounded one left.
I think I missed. I rolled a 10.
Yes, you did miss.
I got distracted. Here.
Gurak, do you want to continue to hold on to your stealth, or do you want to break stealth and attack?
I hang on to my stealth.
Okay. The orc uses his... Oh, it's initiative. If the orc wins initiative, then he'll have a chance to do something.
All right.
Let's see. Who hasn't rolled initiative yet? Agnar, have you rolled initiative for the party?
Oh,
Go ahead and roll for the party.
4.
Okay, you guys won initiative. Hooray!
Hey.
All right, we fire again.
All right, now, is crossbow in every other combat round or every round if you're proficient?
I think it's every other combat round, at least for me.
Yeah.
So,
So Arnold's reloading his crossbow.
can I throw a dagger?
Sure, you can drop your crossbow on the ground and hurl a dagger. Go ahead.
I'll do the same thing with my hand axe.
Okay.
That's good.
This is a little better. 12.
You just missed by 1. Sorry. Agnar.
I missed as well.
Okay, Lothon.
Come on, Lothan, do it.
I don't think Lothon has a ranged weapon left, does he?
Oh, he just has a dagger. That's it.
I think all he had was a dagger. Baron Fell, what do you do?
And fell. Save us.
I'll throw my last dagger with the last poison dagger. Not my last one, but my poison dagger. I roll a 1.
Oh, awesome. There is nobody out there for you to hit, so you hit the dead orc right between the eyes.
Woohoo! That got him. Don't worry, guys. I saw him twitch.
All right.
All right, Gurak, don't let him sound the alarm, man.
So the orc is turning to slam his palm against the door and holler through the door at the whoever's on the other side of the door.
Gurak, Gurak, Gurak.
You there, Gurak? I think we lost Leaf for a little bit.
No, I'm here. So has he managed to hit the door just yet?
Well, that's what he's going to do unless you break cover and attack him because everybody else is gone.
Okay, would I land a backstab on him if I did?
You could try as long as you don't miss.
All right, yeah, I attempt a backstab. Why not?
Okay, you get a +4 to your attack roll plus your strength, so +7.
Yep. Okay. Now watch me roll a 1, guys.
Don't do that.
Let's see. Yeah, 22.
Awesome. You hit him. You get to do your D10 twice and your +3 once.
Hey guys, we're gonna run downstairs and grab our dinner. It's downstairs.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
I have high confidence that this orc is toast.
Up
That's a
next
bad
on the
move for you, Baron Fell.
mages.
All right, so grief lands. Let's find out how much this wonderful two-handed sword does. That's 19 points of damage.
Oh, you kill him so dead. Your two-handed sword suddenly appears out of the mist of his chest like a chest-bursting alien. And he looks down in disbelief and then slumps dead.
Grief had his fill today.
And Agnar feels fulfilled.
First backstab of the campaign. Achievement unlocked. Liam, where are you, man?
I don't see him. I think he lost his internet. Sometimes his internet loses out.
That's right. Get excited for me, Tom, if you're still there.
I am. Yay.
Yep, we're very excited. Do you guys want to take 2 or 3 minutes or 4 minutes or however long to use the bathroom or grab some water or something?
Sure.
Good. Let's give Steve and his son a little time, and you can take a break too, Ed. Having a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll just edit it out once we get back.
Sure.
All right, I'll see you guys in about 3 minutes. You doing okay, Sebastian? Yep. We only got a few minutes left.
Guys,
Hey.
Hi.
So I heard we wiped.
You did?
No, we're just on a short break.
Gotcha.
We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go grab a drink then. I'll be back too.
Okay.
All right. Excellent.
This tastes delicious.
Good. Hey guys.
Be back in a minute.
Okay, no problem. We're just quickly wolfing down our food.
Tastes delicious.
We had a local restaurant deliver. Doing our part to keep the economy going here. Here, I'll turn off the camera so they don't have to watch us eat.
Okay. Everybody's hiding out.
Hello.
Hi, how you doing, buddy? Did you guys get some food?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, we're wolfing down some dinner.
Sounds good. Hold on. Oh, funny. Wyvern's been spreading rumors about your untimely demise. Ha
Uh-huh.
Whose untimely demise?
ha. The party's untimely demise.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know. It's probably pretty timely.
True enough. So we're out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Wyvern's back. I know Lothon is back.
I'm back.
Agnar's back.
It's good.
Should I start video?
I don't want to go any further without my lucky dwarf.
So you
So I've been thinking, guys.
go ahead there, buddy.
Nah, you go.
So you guys have killed the orc guards in a timely and quiet fashion,
Mhm.
best as you can manage, and the doors are still closed.
I'm gonna listen at the door, make sure no one did hear us.
Oh, and
Okay.
Liam, you there?
Liam's there, I think, right?
Oh, not just yet. By the way, I
Mhm.
forgot, Ed, that backstabs also inflict +4 damage in addition to +4 attack, so
Wow, that's awesome.
whammo.
That is so rocking. Okay, Agnar, through the door you can hear voices. Do you speak Orcish?
No.
Okay, you can't tell what they're saying, but you hear conversational tone, voices in Orcish talking back and forth.
Okay, let the party know. I don't think they heard
back.
us.
I'm back.
Welcome
That's
back.
good.
So Lothan, you may want to listen at the door with me to see if maybe you can pick up anything they're saying. They don't seem to have known that we killed the guards, but I can't understand a word they're saying.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah. They're complaining to each other about being bored waiting around here for the boss to come back, the leader to come back,
We'll
and
give them something to think about.
tell them what to do. They're
Won't be
sick of
bored
waiting,
with
they're sick of waiting around in this this dungeon for their leader.
All right, I'm going to convey that to the group.
Well, do the guards here have any keys on them to open this door, or is it locked? I'll examine the door and search the guards.
I just say, don't open it yet.
Okay.
The guards do not have keys, but the door does not look to be locked.
Okay.
Is there a keyhole in the door?
There is indeed.
I'll look through it.
All right. You can see sort of the side of an armored orc standing there. He looks like he's gesturing, like he's talking, and then beyond him, near
How
some
far-
packs, you see another one of those lizard wolves.
How far is the orc and the lizard wolf from the door?
Oh, the orc it's a big chamber, so the orc is at least 30 feet from the door, and the lizard wolf is more like 50 feet.
Okay. The orc I see is 30 feet. There's another one of those lizard wolves about 50.
Mhm.
How do we want to do this, my friends?
I think we each hide behind the bushes, and we make it sound like there's a fight going on, so they call in reinforcements, and then we jump out and surprise them.
I'm okay with that, but I'll probably stand just on the side of the door and then cleave them as they come by.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I think we take cover and hide, and then
We
jump
can-
out. And
Gorak and
surprise
I can
them.
set our traps so that when they burst through, they step in the traps.
Oh my goodness, you're right. Yep, definitely using the traps.
And Lothan can shout out in Orcish and try to
Oh, good point.
sell it.
Do we still have a spare flask of oil, by the way?
Yes,
We do.
I have 10.
No, not 10.
Oh wait, 9. So 8, because I used 1 to splash and 1 to light my lantern.
Wow. that
He has
could
some
come-
oil.
Yeah, if you guys want, I could maybe lure them. I mean, lure them in without letting them know where we're at. Like maybe I could, shout out, trying to imitate one of the orcs that we killed. And then everybody flanks them.
I think if they see anyone, really, they assume that they have the numbers and would probably charge forward. But I think a good plan would be to trap the doors, as Baron Fell suggested, and then Arnold could use one of his flasks of oil to create a burning pool of death for us.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Or just make them slip into the traps or something.
That's
Mhm.
right.
So I think
All kinds of wickedness.
Oh, yes.
Or we could just light Arnold on fire and watch him go off like a fireball.
Well,
I
I personally think dwarves burn better, so if we're letting anyone on fire, it would be you, Stunty.
All right.
I'm not carrying 10 flasks of oil.
So what I think would probably happen is you guys would bury your traps outside the door, kind of where they would move, and then either on top of those or around in front of those, you would put down a flask worth of oil on the dirt, and then have a torch or something nearby to throw on the oil once they run into the oil.
Mhm.
And we'll be like in the bushes and behind and next to the door, so we can also stab them.
Well, and elves and dwarves are traditional enemy of the orcs, right?
True.
Yeah, we hate him.
Let's have like our
So if we have the Lothan and Agnar, so that when the orcs burst through, they see them, there's a chance that they will charge at them. I can stay kind of back into the side of the door and also slip a dagger into the back of one of the orcs as they come through.
me too,
Little point of insight.
and
The
our
first
cl-
orcs that we-
our other fighters can be in the bushes.
That's right. The first orcs that we fought had ranged weapons, so if we're going to have bait, we should make sure the bait is positioned so they can take cover, go around the bend, or avoid getting shot up by a gang of orcs if they have long bows and what have you.
Hey,
Actually, you know
Wyvern,
what?
is it possible for you to get closer to your mic because you're back to being like very, very faint?
Oh, is that me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was saying that
Click on to.
the first orcs we encountered had ranged weapons. So if we're going to be using Beta's distraction in the form of players, we should keep that in mind.
That's a good idea. I actually, you know what would be? We should grab the 3 orcs' bodies. We can pile them up as a barricade so that Agnar and Lothon can use them as cover.
That's actually a good idea.
Make it look like they just slew them.
Yes, I think that may also cause them to lose track of what's going on around them in a rage, and give us a chance to really take them by surprise.
Okay, I think we've thought it through. Let's set the traps for the oil and position the bodies.
Yeah.
All right, excellent. I love this plan.
Quick question here, DM. Could Gurak position himself somewhere behind the doors so that when the orcs rush into the room, he could try and hit one in the back?
Yes.
Yeah, and Baron Fell will be on the other side.
Who's lighting up the oil then?
Arnold can. He'll have a torch.
Yeah.
Okay, then I will be hunkering behind the bodies with my crossbow ready.
Okay. You and Lothon. All right, you get that all set up. Nothing interrupts you or stops you from doing all of that. And you're going to have Lothon shout at them in Orcish, or?
Actually, I'm going to shout at them in Elvish. I think that pissed them off more.
All right.
Slaw.
All right. You shout at them in Elvish.
Yeah, we can have let's have Lothon be like, "Help! There you've come." And then in Orcish, and then in Elvish. Aha! We've killed him. Yeah. Yes, they are dead now. Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to say just slightly too loud. I think we've killed the last of them in Elvish.
Okay.
Oh, very nice.
I think we've killed the last. Oh yeah.
The door opens slightly, and then after a moment, it flings open all the way, and you see 5 orcs, shield and axe or short sword. A couple of them have crossbows, and 2 of those big dog things.
We wait until they get in the oil and the traps before, or at least I wait before I fire.
And I'm guessing we all held our actions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did.
Like I held it, so when they're in the oil, I light it, and so on.
All right. So are you going to wait until they move out of their room into your area, basically?
Or if they fire in us, then I'll fire back.
Okay.
Well, I think you can fire at them while they're still in their room to get them to come at you, but we can't do the traps until.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm getting ready to duck for cover just in case they come out with some crossbows or something.
That's right.
Tomahawks.
You have cover.
Now, Arnold, 2 wolves and 3 orcs charge at Agnar and Lothon. Now, the way traps work in this, and this works for both player characters crossing over an area where there's a trap or fiddling with an area where there's a trap, and monsters too, is that when something interacts with the trap, generally you roll a d6 on a 1 or a 2, they're hit with the trap. So, whose traps are those? Is that Agnar's trap and Fell's trap?
Sissy and Gurak's traps.
Okay.
What about the oil? On free
hold on,
plus...
Arnold. Let's do the traps first, and then we'll let you do your torch, okay? So Baron Fell, roll a d6. On a 1 or a 2, you will hit one of the bad guys with a trap. Otherwise, they'll walk around it or jump over it or whatever.
4.
Okay? Gurak, for your trap.
Rolling, and I roll a 2.
Awesome. Go ahead and roll. Let's see. You have roll a d6 for me and just ignore a 6. If you roll a 6, re-roll.
Okay. I roll a 1.
All right, you got one of the wolves. So go ahead and roll. Go ahead and do a d6 damage against the wolf, and you will have it moving at half movement.
Okay. Rolling a d6 for damage.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Awesome. So you hurt the wolf, and it can't move as fast as it normally would. Now, as that's happening, Arnold throws his torch. Go ahead and roll a d20, Arnold, and just don't roll a 1.
11. So two ones.
Awesome. So it goes into the oil. There's this big burst of flame, and you can go ahead and do 2d4 damage, and it'll be damage against some of those orcs.
Okay, let's see. I get 3.
Awesome. So you light the orcs on fire, and they are wounded when they stagger past the flames headed towards the elf and the dwarf. Okay? Let's go ahead and roll initiative. And
Well, can we shoot our missiles?
yeah, okay. Go ahead and shoot your missile.
I'm aiming at one of the orcs carrying a crossbow.
Okay.
16.
Okay, that hit.
6.
Okay, you kill one.
Yay.
All right. I'll go ahead and let you guys do your backstabs too. Lothon, do you want to throw your dagger at one of these guys or a dog or something?
Yeah, I'll throw a dagger at the dog.
Okay.
All
Are you going
right.
for the wounded dog or are you going for the healthy dog?
Let's go for the wounded one, but I missed anyway. Didn't even hit armor class 9, so
Okay.
that'll
no
luck.
problem. All right. Gurak and Fel, you want to try your backstabs on these guys?
Absolutely. A 14, so 18.
Okay, you hit.
All right. So it's I do my normal damage plus 4. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, you do double damage.
Double damage plus 4.
Oh wow. All right. That's good. 8 damage.
Okay, so Baron Fell steps up behind the crossbow orc that's near the door that's still alive and hits him with the blade and kills him.
Right. Slit his throat from behind,
Awesome.
like I've been doing it since I was a child.
Awesome. Good job. Gurak, you want to try to dispatch something?
Long
Yeah,
here.
what kind of reach with grief?
You could try to backstab the wounded hound that's stuck in your trap.
Yeah, those hounds look nasty. Yeah, I'll attempt to backstab on that hound.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, daggers.
You'll be back.
Yeah, I don't think you get +4 to damage from backstab, though. Just as a +4 stay hit and then double the damage.
No, you do under OSC. It's 19.
Okay, you hit.
No, I'm looking right at the rules in OSC. It says backstab when attacking unaware opponent from behind a thief receives +4 bonus to hit and doubles any
Let me
damage
double check
dealt.
that because I read the rules differently for the half orc. Let me just give me a moment.
Oh, maybe it's a half orc thing then.
I mean, I could be wrong, but let me double check. Okay, no, Tom, you're right. So it's double damage. There's just a +4 to hit.
I was gonna say otherwise I'm gonna be a thief from now on.
Please, I keep telling you guys, it's noble, not thief.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack roll there, sir.
So that is 9 points of damage.
That's it?
Sorry, dude.
More than enough for a filthy orc.
Well, he's wounded, so you do kill it. Excellent. I think that was everybody in your round.
I think so.
Okay, let's roll initiative. Lothon, have you rolled initiative yet?
Early in the game.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the party.
4.
I got a 6.
Damn.
Okay, the free wolf continues charging forward. 1, 2, 3, it goes after the dwarf. 4, 5, 6, it goes after Lothon. It looks like Lothon. What's your armor class there, Lothon?
4.
Okay, I think 16 hits you.
Yep.
You take, oops, cocked. You take 4 points of damage, and you have to make a saving throw versus paralyzation, petrification.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh.
Come on, save and throw.
Round last time.
I failed.
Okay, you are knocked to your back. The lizard wolf basically is standing on your chest after it burrows its maw into you, and you're going to need to make a d20 under strength. I mean, to get out from under it.
All right. Did I roll that my next action or?
Yeah, next action.
Okay.
Oh, so he's not really paralyzed. He's just
You just knocked
getting
out.
pinned.
Yeah, it's kind of like the wolves in 5th edition. They do the same thing. They can knock you down. All right.
We don't talk about that.
The 3 wounded and flaming orcs run forward anyway. 2 of them go after the dwarf, and 1 will try to sink his hand axe into the head of Lothon while he's on his back with a wolf on his chest.
Woo!
All right, Lothon, he gets a +4 to hit you.
Jesus.
He rolled a natural 1. He buries his
Oh.
hand axe in the back of his pet wolf.
Yay!
God.
Yay!
Agnar, one of the orcs rolled a 15 to hit you.
Yeah, I'm assuming I didn't have chance to drop my crossbow and pull up my shield, so that hits.
Okay,
Oh wait, no, it doesn't. I still need a 4. No, that does hit. Just hits. Yeah.
just hits. Okay, you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
And the other one tries to hit you. He rolls an 11, so he misses.
You'll pay for that. Or
Okay. All right, it's party turn. Let's see. Let's go around. Let's start with Lothon since he's kind of in trouble.
All right. Let's see if I can get this sucker off me. I need to roll under 14. Woo! Fudge. 18.
Do you want to use your lucky charm?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
magically delicious.
Oh, come 18 again. Jesus.
Oh no!
No.
The gnome
Oh,
ripped
so-
you off.
Dude.
She looks so cute too.
Oh,
You did your best.
It was just a minor illusion. She was actually like a demon.
That's bad. Okay, so you remain pinned. Agnar. Oh, actually, Lothon, I will let you make an attack against it. What kind of weapon do you usually use?
I have a short sword. I threw my dirk, or I'd use that.
You can use your short sword, but you will have a -4 to hit.
Okay. Come on. Can I get that 18 now?
Liam, go, go, go.
Alas, I have not. It doesn't hit anything. I got an 8 -4.
Okay.
I'm coming, Lothon. I just got to kill these 2 first.
Okay. Agnar, what do you do?
Pull out my sword and shield and go at it.
Okay.
And I miss horribly.
All right, Gurak.
Right, so what's the battlefield looking like at the moment?
Well, the orcs really did exactly how you expected them to do. They saw the dwarf and the elf and their dead compatriots, and despite the fire and everything else, they just charged in to try to kill the elf and the dwarf first thing. So right now you have 2 smoldering orcs facing off against the dwarf, and a big lizard wolf standing on the chest of Lothon, pinning him to the ground, and Lothon trying to get a good stab in with a an orc next to him smoldering, but just wickedly slashing at him as he's on the ground with his hand axe.
Which do you think's the bigger danger to you, Lothon? The wolf beast or the orc?
Oh man, either of them could kill me with a hit at this point. It's looking rough.
Gurak charges forward and brings grief whistling down on the wolf creature.
Okay, excellent.
Big rolls, +3.
Come on.
No bueno.
Ah.
Man, everyone's missing now. This isn't good.
Okay, Baron,
Dice, what are you doing to
Baron Fell. We'll get to you in a second, Arnold. Baron Fell.
I'll plant. I'll throw my poison dagger into the orc, I guess.
jump on its back?
Which one? The one going after the prone elf?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one. That I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Awesome. You got him.
Good rolls.
Yes, he has to make his
He'll make it
poison saving throw.
try to make a saving throw versus poison, which he does make.
Ah, curses. Well, he still takes 4 damage.
He was already wounded from being lit on fire by Arnold, so he drops in a heap dead.
All right, dagger
Nice.
secure in your pocket.
All right, Arnold, it's your turn.
So I just pull out my dagger and I sprint towards the wolf creature on Lothon and I say, "Die, you heathenic monstrosity of nature!"
Awesome.
And I'm just gonna leap on its back and plunge my dagger as deep as I can.
That's awesome. Way to go, Arnold the adventurer.
Yeah.
14 plus what?
Well, you hit.
Yeah.
All right.
Even with your -1 for your amazing strength.
Wait, that's got to be a backstab, right?
No. You do a D4 -1.
I deal 1 damage.
Now, did you roll a 1?
No, I rolled a 2.
Okay. Because if you roll a natural 1, you're weak enough that you will do 0 damage.
Thank
I
goodness.
give it a nice shade.
All right, so you wound the wolf. Good.
Trying to pull it off Lothon.
Okay. All right. It's the orc's turn. The wolf on so this could go bad either way. And I remember, everybody, I told you don't get too attached to your characters, right?
Yeah.
It's A-okay.
Okay. So I'm going to roll this 6-sided die. On a 1 to 3, the wolf is going to continue to attack Lothon. And on a 4, 5, 6, it's going to turn around and attack Arnold.
Oh, fight me! I've got 5 hit points.
Yeah, that would be good. Okay. No, it decides to go after Lothon.
No!
Okay. 15 total to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 1 point of damage, you lucky son of a gun.
Oh my gosh! Saved by the rolls of the DM.
Yes. It's too bad that it don't taste like chicken. That's the only thing.
When I used to game with Steve and stuff, when we were gaming together live, I used to make a point of rolling all my DM rolls out in front of everyone so that I never fudged rolls.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, it's true.
sometimes killed players.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, if Liam's character Lothon would have died, I would have missed that accent. So I'm glad he's still around.
True.
All right, now you dropped the one orc on Lothon that was trying to chop him up, right?
That's right.
So
You're welcome.
2 attacks
Yeah,
on
thanks, guys.
Agnar. All right, I've got a 14 and 11. I don't know that those hit.
No, I'm a 3 armor class now.
Ooh, they miss you. All right, so it's initiative.
Aha, holding you off, orcs.
So it's initiative again. Let's let Agnar roll initiative this time.
Big rolls, Tom. Big rolls.
Counting on you.
A 1.
No.
All right. All right. Suddenly, the wolf turns and attacks Arnold.
Oh,
Whew.
no, that's not good, Arnold.
Dance, treasure hunter, dance.
The
You're
wolf
serious?
would
All right.
attack. the tiny
Now,
little
Arnold,
wolf.
you have an amazing armor class of 10, right?
11.
10.
11, 10. Yeah.
It was 10/11.
Yeah, 11's the old school style.
Oh,
Or new school.
oh.
10 is the old school.
But incredibly, Arnold is nervous enough and cautious enough with this wolf that the wolf rolled a 2, and even with his +2, got a 4. And so he misses. He lunges out, but he misses Arnold.
Arnold went boop up to the ceiling.
Like, oh, apparently I can spider climb too.
All right, and I also missed the dwarf, sadly. All right, let's go
Not
around.
sadly.
Let's go around. Agnar, you get to go first.
Which
All
side are
right,
you on?
let's see if I can roll better here. Not much better. 9.
All right, Gurok.
All right. I throw back grief and bring it crashing back down on that stupid wolf.
Okay.
All right, come on, grief. God damn it. Fuck my language. 7.
Oh no, you miss.
Our dice are cold, my friend.
Although I am going to give it another chance to attack you now, so it'll be up to 3 different people. Although Lothon, it's not standing on you anymore. So Lothon, what do you want to do?
Oh, I want to stab that wolf.
So you roll to your feet and stab the wolf?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack.
Come on. I think that's actually going to connect. Yeah, so it hits armor class 4
Okay, you hit.
and 4 damage.
Okay, you wound it.
Nice.
Good job.
Well done.
All right, Baron fell.
There's one orc still standing.
There's 2 orcs on the dwarf and the wolf.
Take care of the wolf. Take care of the wolf.
Do I have a clear shot at the wolf?
Sure.
All right, I'll throw my last poison dagger into the wolf.
You've already gone through all 3 of them.
Higher
Well,
than 15.
one of them missed.
That's still used.
Oh, okay. In that case, I will step forward with my rapier and stab the wolf.
Okay.
A 13.
Okay, you hit.
And it's a D6 for a rapier.
That is correct.
3.
Okay, it's even more badly wounded.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Tough.
All right, it's Arnold.
Can I try and stab it twice?
You can just stab it once.
But you
Sorry,
can
wizard.
Good enough. 14.
You hit.
Yes.
Right.
Ah,
Right.
I deal it. 0 damage.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Need to shave its beard.
That's right.
Yep. You're like, oh no, I should have worked out more at wizard school.
Treasure hunter school.
That's right.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, so it is initiative again, I believe.
Someone else roll.
Arnold, you want to roll for the party?
Go for
What?
it, Arch.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm
Okay.
sure
D6.
this will be over soon.
3.
Okay, they beat you. On the dwarf, they miss. The wolf goes after Arnold again, sadly. Sorry, I'm rolling random here.
Yeah. Well, I can remember I'm in the mix too. So
Oh, that's true. Okay.
But I haven't taken any damage yet, so it's fine.
All right, so Baron Sissy Fell, what's your armor class?
oops. I mean, I'm not in the mix. My armor class is 5.
Okay, it
Ooh.
misses you, but it's squared off with you now. It's your guys' turn. Go ahead, Fell.
I stab it with my rapier again. I say, "Die, you thing!" And I roll a 1.
Okay. Arnold, go ahead and go.
Arnold.
Come
I
on.
hit.
15.
Awesome, you hit.
And 0 damage.
Oh, man.
Dang it. Agnar, go ahead.
All right, this treasure hunter is embarrassing me. He's hitting all the time.
Just
Hey,
taunt-
finally, 20. Not a natural, though.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that's good. You actually will deal damage, though.
6 points of damage to one of the orcs.
Nice.
You kill him. Way to go.
Woo! Go Agnar.
All right, Lothon, what do you do?
All right. Do we have any more of these creatures nearby?
You have one
What else?
orc on the dwarf, and the lizard wolf is still there but badly wounded.
Finish it.
All right. Yeah, got to finish that lizard wolf.
Take her
Come
back.
on. All right, that's a hit. I think for 2 points. I hit armor class 4.
Okay, awesome. You did 2 points of damage?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you kill the lizard wolf.
Finally.
A hard-fought battle.
Die.
Gorak, you have one wounded orc still trying to flail away at the dwarf.
All right. I'm tempted to leave the dwarf to his fate, but I decide to be a team player and try to cleave the orc in two with grief.
Awesome.
And I roll a 21.
Awesome.
Nice.
He's dead because you can't possibly do a small enough amount of damage not to kill him.
Excellent. I'm glad
This is
somebody
correctly with 10 points of
in
damage.
the
So I
party.
probably did.
Kept on missing and doing
Took you long enough, half orc.
You you have killed all the orcs and the 2 lizard wolves.
Hopefully, none of these orcs are female. I guess we take a
Gentlemen?
look at them.
That was a very exciting combat. I think everyone deserves a round of applause for that. That was,
Yeah. That was
Way to go, everybody!
Yeah.
and a double applause for Liam's character Lothon for still being with us.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I give
I owe
give
the party for that.
I give Lothan my healing elixir.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now I know why he's called Lotham the Bloody.
That was literally in my notes. He's either going to cut people up or get cut up.
How many
I
hit points
also
did you
feel-
have at the end there, Lothon?
I was down to 1.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Woo.
What are your rules for character death, by the way, Ed? Is it down to 0 hit points and then gone? Okay.
0 and gone.
And you can't be resurrected.
Yeah, you can. You can be raised. The temple can raise dead on you, but it's very expensive.
I
Way
bet
more money than we have.
And they won't do it for me because I'm chaotic aligned.
Yeah, they won't raise the Everflame won't raise chaotic aligned characters.
And he's got pointy ears, too.
As chaotic aligned characters have to stick together, so I also give my healing potion.
Now, if you chaotic aligned characters find a priest that's chaotic aligned, they'll raise you for some money.
We have a side quest. Lothon.
Yeah.
And
I heard the hags, the hag worshippers are pretty
the
chaotic.
Corby are the guys you want to find for that.
What about neutral?
The temple will raise neutral people. They just charge more for it.
All right. Good.
So somebody gave me a potion. Who was that?
Both of us gave you our potions, so you have 1d3 twice.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
We live and die together, my friends.
Okay. I am back to 5 hit points.
Excellent.
Yay.
I should be so lucky to have 5 hit points.
Baron.
Unfortunately, there's no potion that can help you with that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So in this chamber, you find like a lean-to makeshift tent. There's another smoldering fire here. You find 20 more bedrolls
I'm out.
and 5 packs.
We'll go through the packs.
Each of the 5 packs has one of those vials in it.
All right. Good. So,
That orcish drink.
yep.
And are there other doors out of this room?
Yeah, there are. And you find 100 gold pieces in the packs, like kind of spread
Nice.
loosely around them,
Nice.
and 100 silver.
I'll keep track of treasure, guys. If
Oh,
that's
thank you.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
a big help. I'm making a note of which rooms you guys have looted to. I just write directly on my DM's notes.
Okay, so we've done that. Now let's proceed past the doorway.
Well,
God.
It is
Little worried.
time to wrap up the adventure. I hate to say it is. We've gone a little long, but
Yeah.
I want to give you a round of applause for having survived quite a dangerous adventure.
That
So
is true.
let's seal the doors and spike them
Oh, that's a good idea.
on this side, and then let's kind of make a makeshift barricade on the other side,
Yes.
and let's grab the blankets and let's do a quick short rest and just re-heal and get our hit dice and stuff.
Sorry, this is old school.
Generally, what we'll do in this particular game, Dashel, is we'll end the game, and the party will safely return to the inn with the treasure and your experience points. And by the time we play again, you'll be fully rested with your spells back and healed and everything.
So we'll spike the doors. We'll burn the orc encampment and
Okay.
get out of there.
What about the leader?
We'll have to come back for it. But remember, there's 15 bedrolls. We've barely survived 5 orcs. That means there's 20
Actually,
or
there's
so.
20 bedrolls in this room and 10 in the other room.
That's right. So there's like 25 orcs. We're not going to be a match for that.
So
yeah.
we spike them in,
Mhm.
and
Burn their
leave.
encampment.
Come back for another day.
These
Okay.
are not bad ideas. I gotta say, Baron Fell, your apprentice Arnold has been well trained. I am so impressed.
Well, he is a professional treasure hunter. I mean,
yeah, maybe we'll multi-class into rogue at some point.
I think
Yes.
you should.
I find it just much easier to tax people than to treasure hunt personally. But
So, hey guys, I am going to give you half experience for surviving the shadow.
okay.
You won't get full because you didn't kill it, but you did survive as first level characters, which I think is definitely worth half the experience points.
Right. I think just having the good sense of knowing when to run away.
That could have been really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Arnold's character gets 350 experience points as a welcome to the campaign.
Welcome, Arnold.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Arnold. And all of the rest of you ruffians get 200 experience points.
All right.
Okay.
What I'm talking about. Right.
Awesome.
All
Yeah.
right.
In just 650 more experience points, I'm second level.
Wait, you need way more.
Yeah, you need a little more than that.
Flying
Oh.
heartbeat.
You need more than that. You need 2,000.
No, you need 2,000. I read the rules.
No.
We'll let you guys sort it out.
Wait, no, I'm
Okay.
thinking stuff.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else. Ed, or actually, sorry, Wyvern, you going to send out the treasure split later?
You could do that.
Or Agnar. I think
Ragnar,
Agnar.
whoever's calculating treasure.
Yeah.
Hey, Agnar or Wyvern, do you want to post the treasure split in the campfire chat?
Well, I
Okay, sure, I can do that.
Agnar's got it. Okay. And then any questions before we adjourn since it's getting late?
No, but that was
Did
fun.
Yeah, no.
we
That
each
was
want
great,
to?
Ed. Thanks.
Agnar,
So we had those.
go ahead.
Sorry, we had those 8 potions. Did we want to each take one and put the rest in the party thing, or did we want to just give some people 2? Or
No, I think one each.
I
and
mean,
then the
I'm not hurt, but
Well, no, these are the orcish
let's-
invigoration
everyone
potions.
I think everyone should get one in case of dire straits.
We don't know exactly what it does, but yes, why don't we do one each and then put the rest in the party pool? And actually, maybe we could take one to Haggith and have her tell us what's in them and what the effect is.
I will,
Sounds like a
I will go
plan.
ahead and tell you that now so you all know what your potion does, okay?
Excellent.
okay,
So for 4 plus 1d4 hours, your character will get plus 10 feet of combat movement, plus 20 feet of non-combat movement, and you can ignore the hour rests without suffering any kind of exhaustion penalty.
cool.
Nice.
And by the way, just to redo it, do you think the skull pile mushrooms, if we traded those in, would they be enough for your 3 poison daggers to get back?
Maybe.
Maybe.
We'll find out next time.
Next
But we
time
have,
we'll get to experiment with all that. Yeah.
that's right. We have the berries too, which are the crawler berries.
Lovely.
Ed, I just wanted to thank you for another amazing adventure, and
Yeah, it was
I'm
awesome.
so glad that your son could join us. He's the sweetest kid ever. I hope he goes up for a few more adventures. Tom,
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I'll come as long as I can.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah.
Ed, can I ask just one more quick question for the map? What were the other doors out of that
Oh,
room?
yeah. Sorry about that. There's a double door in the south,
Okay.
a single door in the west,
Mm-hmm.
and 2 different single doors on the east, one in the upper corner and one in the bottom corner.
Great. I'll try to post a map too. So.
Oh, hey.
All
thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Agner.
Thanks. Hey, guys, that was a lot of fun.
Thanks so much.
That was thanks, Ed.
Yep. Guys, have a good
Okay.
one.
Yes. Stay healthy.
Yep, we will.
Bye.
Bye.